Yeah, we acknowledge.
Hello, welcome everyone to the SHIRO show on the
Welcome.
new set.
Yeah, hey, look at this.
New to me, but it's old to everyone
Brand new.
How's it going,
refreshed.
everybody? Happy Friday.
I just didn't get around to
Got all
setting up
three
the
of
set,
us
setting it
this week.
setting it up.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
we got a surprise for Dan.
We
So,
do.
We talked about
We
this
do.
for a while. We keep wondering why we never did it, but Dave sent me a message, an image, and now, da-da-da, you now have your own name tag.
Yay!
He's got his
my
own name tag. I like how you did that, Pat. You like hit it and then like, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, Dan's finally got his own desk name tag.
I feel like a real human
Dan
being
tag.
with dignity.
He's only been on the show for
A couple
God knows
years.
how long.
2 years or something. I don't know.
We're slow to update stuff, so people don't take it
Yeah.
personally if we take so long to update.
We had
We're
to
just
get the
bad at our
funds, you
job.
know. It was a long bureaucratic process to
Yeah,
get that
we
name
had, I had to
tag
fight a
made.
dude.
I had to prove
There's-
myself.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
you had
right.
to fight a dude. Dang,
yeah.
That's right.
that's rough. Well, anyway, hello,
I mean-
Saturn fans. Thank you for joining us at today's SHIRO show. We do have a lot of news to talk about.
A lot of news and a lot
But
of pickups,
first, we
too.
should acknowledge Wiener Bob with his $1.99 donation right before we went live. Budget or buttery ranch dressing.
Well, I get
Um,
mine from grocery outlets, so it's budget.
Oh, okay.
I
yeah,
like
depends on
mine.
the brand.
It's
I like
not
mine
bad.
if
It's just the
based.
kind. Yeah, I don't like the one at Trader Joe's. So I don't know. The one at grocery outlet is good, but yeah, not all ranch dressing is created equal.
Yeah.
Honestly, the
true.
best stuff is the stuff that you get from like your favorite pizza shop or something. Like usually they make like,
Oh.
well,
pizza
you know
shop has
the
the
kind of
best
ranch
ranch.
that's not, the kind of ranch that's not too salty or sweet. It's just kind of like good for
Mhm.
dipping.
Savory.
But yeah, well, but just not over the top. You know, it's more
Yeah.
like a low key ranch. That's the kind of the way I like
A
it.
lanch, if you will.
A ranch, exactly. Low key ranch.
Sure. So who do we have in chat today?
Yeah. Well, let me refresh because you two. Yep, there we go. I just
Gives
refreshed.
you a
It's
hard
like
time.
25 people. Okay, so we
25
got
people.
Wiener Bob, Sega, Pudgy Bunny, Shiro, Analog Black Sheep, Saturn. We got Neil Henderson, Media Group, Captain Hodden, Shiro Show, Double Dimes here,
Gavioni
yo
Show,
yo yo,
yois.
Tales of Saturn. What's up? Paul Bort, John Wong. We got Dark Savior 69.
Nice.
Great game. Moose Track is here. What's up, Moose? Eric is here. Lee, Toast with the Most.
Hostess with the most.
Of course, Wiener Bob. I already mentioned him. Thanks for the $1.99.
Yep.
Let's see. Starlight Witch Gaming featuring Midori Shimada. Good day, Shiro fam. Max Geese is here. David Zaney, Raiden. We got Master Drew T.
Drew T.
What about
Drew T.
Hello.
mayo?
Drew T.
Yeah, what about mayo? I guess instead
I
of
don't
ranch
know.
dressing. Depends on the
Oh,
sandwich.
mayo.
Chocolate
What about
sauce.
mayo? Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that some people put mayo on their pizza.
Well, some people
what
are
I'm worried
for
incredibly
those people.
wrong and don't have good opinions.
Rab Mac's here.
He
I've
made it.
He made it in.
Welcome.
Do we have? Yeah.
Glad
So
you're here.
thanks to all of you guys for joining us right here, right now. Give us a
Right
thumbs up
now.
and like
Oh, but tomorrow.
all that good stuff.
Right now.
Scotty Mo, faux show. Hello from
Da-da-da-da.
Ohio today. Ohio Riz.
Wow, Ohio
We got a lot
Riz.
of Ohio
the
Riz.
Rizzler.
Yeah.
We got the Rizzler in the chat.
Dan's
get a,
right next to me.
What's
Can we
Scotty
get
doing in my
can
state?
we get a peach emoji for that gat in the chat? The gat, if you will.
The Gat.
Yeah, get that gat in the chat.
DC Cades, sup boys?
Oh, Malenko, thank you for the $2.99.
Ghost pepper hot.
pepper sauce
Are you just like one-upping?
for
Are you
salad.
just one-upping Wiener Bob? Like $1 more?
He's one.
Yeah.
He's one.
$2.99.
He's
Ghost
one-upping
pepper
that
hot
wiener.
sauce. Actually, that
Like, what
sounds
kind of
really good.
Crazy
That
stuff
sounds-
you put on your salad.
I mean, I like ghost peppers. I don't know that I would put it on. I'd probably dip a slice of pizza in that.
I prefer
Has anyone
Peruvian
ever
puff
put
peppers.
barbecue sauce on a salad?
On on a salad. If it's like
Yes.
one of those steak salads, you know, like have you ever had that? Like
Yeah.
a Southwest kind of salad with steak chopped
No,
up and then like
I haven't. No.
barbecue sauce? No, you don't do that. Barbecue and
salad
ranch.
salad
even?
stays away from barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a thing. It's a thing. If it's
Just
done
threw it out
right,
there. It's a possibility.
it's a possibility.
Hitting
You
up
know.
Geneva on the Lake for Memorial Day weekend, Scotty Mo said. Nice. Enjoy Geneva on the Lake.
You should have a convention there and then call it the Geneva Convention.
I
Oh
was
my
just
gosh.
kidding, Malenko. I know you're not what upping. That's funny
Yeah.
though.
I'm probably going to be grilling this Memorial Day weekend. And
Well, I'm
break out
grilling on
grill
Saturday.
finally this year.
What
We
you
got
grilling
some
up?
yeah.
burgers thawed up. So,
What you making, Dan?
burgers. We're just burgers.
Making burgers?
Yeah, we got them thawed in the
Thousand
fridge. I don't think
Island.
we froze them at all in the first place. Thousand Island Wiener Bob. Thanks for the $4.99. Dang, we got a donation
Thousand
train
Island
going
tastes
here
good with
practically.
fries. Like this
I have a okay.
this is a
So
trick.
Thousand Island is good, but not when it's too orange. Like too much ketchup, and you've gone wrong. Like if it's like In-N-Out spread, then it's good. You know, but that's it's more on the mayo side, a little less on the ketchup. But that
Welcome
like
to the salad dressing show.
in the 90s, you had like Sizzler, and they would have like the really orange Thousand Island that was like heavy on the ketchup. No go. No
Oh,
go.
Malenko.
I'm
Oh
all
my
about
god,
that,
now Malenko's one-upping.
Thank you,
Dave,
Malenko.
Yeah, this is like eBay. This is like a really bad
Jeez.
eBay thing where you
Yeah.
just like win by a penny.
Dave,
Okay,
I'm all
guys,
about
thank you.
that In-N-Out
Buddy.
In-N-Out sauce. You know, I'm all about that.
Yeah,
eBay-
not all
eBay
of us know what
sucks.
In-N-Out sauce is like.
Well, I'm
Like,
not talking
I
about
don't
the
know-
restaurant. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh my god,
Have you
Pat!
guys-
Welcome back, Pat, with the sex jokes. Here he is, everybody.
no,
We missed
In-N-Out
him
is
last
a,
week.
eBay recently?
Huh?
Just out of curiosity.
Hmm?
Have you bought anything from eBay recently? Out of curiosity?
I have not.
No. Oh,
about
well,
you?
I've been
I
having
have.
a lot of problems with them where they like
Oh.
where no matter what I do in my PayPal account, like they just take from the credit card. Like with and
Oh.
I'm just like I'm using my PayPal account, but it's just taking from the credit card. And I'm
You have to make
on
sure to
both
set
sides.
your. You have to make sure to set your preferences.
Yes, you do. And I had it, and they're still taking from the credit. I'm like, seriously? So I had to like disconnect my PayPal from it, reconnect it, do all this stuff. Finally got it figured out. But I had the preferences set on both sides, both on the and it was just so weird. Like eBay, they've made a bunch of changes. They keep sending those emails that are like, we've changed our conditions or whatever. And then it's
that's
like,
all I get from eBay now.
that's all I get from eBay and PayPal. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how this is going to affect me, but I'm sure I'm going to find out the hard way. And I
Yeah.
found out the hard way. But anyway,
Wiener Bob with the $9.99 sweet and sour.
sweet and sour.
Thank you,
That,
Wiener
that,
Bob.
that only stays with Asian food is sweet and sour. That doesn't pass the Asian food.
$9.99. This is like inflation right here. We started out
You
with
went up.
$1.99, which you should get you like
Malenko
a Whopper.
concedes. Yeah.
You used to get like a Whopper for $1.99. Now it's like $9.99. It's just
Bro,
basically like
Dave, we can,
inflation.
doesn't even
With all these donations, you, me, and
give you a
Dave,
combo.
you, me, and Dan can go to In-N-Out and get a couple burgers.
Yeah. After the show.
No,
You're
now.
gonna have to
You
mail
guys-
it to me
Bye.
because.
Do you guys
Well, I
pick
mean,
up
we're all in
anything?
the same studio together, so yeah, I guess we can just go out after this to the In-N-Out. That's definitely down the
Exactly.
street
It's
from
down
the
the
studio.
street from
We can do that. Tell you what, we'll
Mm.
just stay on our phones. We'll just stream, and we'll just go to our respective.
Well,
Yeah,
Dan
I'll go
doesn't
to the
have one.
Wendy's down the street because
Oh,
this is Ohio.
that's sad. Don't you have?
It's
can't
not sad. Wendy's is good.
There's nothing sad
It's
about
not
Wendy's.
In-N-Out.
Wendy's is good. It's overpriced, but it's good.
It ain't no In-N-Out, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, but
Go
I
to
mean,
Five
Wendy's,
Guys.
Wendy's
Do
is
you have
actually
Five
pretty
Guys,
legit.
Dan?
I
What?
like Five
Do you have a Five Guys,
We do
Dan?
have a Five Guys, but
Oh.
that's overpriced. You kidding
That
me?
is overpriced.
Wendy's
I just
way
looked.
cheaper.
There's a Five Guys near my work, and I'm going to get lunch, and I just looked up on my phone like how much is a cheeseburger at Five Guys? It was like $17, and I was like, forget that. I went to
That's
Trader Joe's.
crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
I got like a $5 wrap at Trader Joe's because I was like,
Feed a
forget
family
that.
for that cost.
I
Jeez.
know, right?
Yeah, no, thank you. Healthier
speaking
too.
of-
Speaking of spending money,
Value Wendy's.
did you guys pick up
Pickups?
anything this
I
weekend?
did.
This weekend?
Go for it,
I
Pat.
picked
What'd you
up quite
get?
a bit, so I'll start with a painting thing.
Okay.
I
Painting.
finished up my Fulgrim model from my Primarch of the Emperor's Children, like the main leader dude.
That's beautiful, by the
Ooh.
way, Pat.
Oh, that
I just
thing's
thought I'd
huge.
tell you, like, you've gotten legit good at painting.
Thank you. I
Yeah, that's
appreciate
really cool.
It helps that you have those magnifying, like those, you have that like microscope,
Specs,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Mm.
Thank
But
you. I
yeah, no,
appreciate
you really have gotten good at that.
Thank you.
Pat shared it out on social media, and he shared some close-up shots, and I was really impressed.
Yeah, it took me so long to get it just because there's so many little details, like all the little jewelry, like the Slimnessy right here. Like,
Can you hold it up really
all the
close?
stuff.
Can you hold it up really close to the camera?
I'd have to
Wow.
like unblur my stuff. It's
No, I got you. But no, that's really.
I'll put some pictures in the main general chat of it. But yeah, it took me forever to get this guy finished up because it pretty much I bought him like
Looks
2 or 3
detailed.
weeks ago, and I just painted him in between stuff. Cause like
How many spots does that take up?
spots.
Like, yeah, like what's the footprint of that?
The unit
Oh,
cost.
it's about 130 millimeters.
Ah, okay.
So it's one of the biggest models you can get. Usually the other Primarchs are the leaders of the group. They are usually 100 millimeters for their base. Fulgrim is 130, so he's like the biggest, and it's hard to move around the table because you have a lot of terrain. So
Yeah.
like he has a lot of movement. He can move 16 inches compared to everyone else's 12 and 13. So he gets a little bit more movement than everybody else does. Yep, I
It's
put
like
the
Godzilla on the battlefield.
yeah, he's oh crap, hopefully I put in the right chat. I put it on the general chat if you guys want to see better details of it. It took
Discord.
me forever in Discord, yeah. It took me forever to get it down, but I'm just glad I finished that up, and now I can finally play with him. Well, I mean I could play with him before, but now I don't have to worry about painting him up, so I might do some little details here and there, but you know, but thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. It's been a while. I'm always self-conscious about my painting, but yeah,
You're good.
Yeah,
that
thank
one
you.
looked like airbrushed. Like you had some really good gradients on there. It wasn't just like hard stop between colors. It was like you did a good job, like
A lot of dry
blending
brushing.
everything. A lot of dry. Oh wow, that's even more impressive. But yeah, so no, kudos. You
Thank
did
you.
really good. And I think I don't know, because we're friends or something, and I have nothing to do with Warhammer, but that stuff keeps coming up in my feeds, and like I keep getting recommended ads for Warhammer stuff, and I'm just like, well, maybe I could share this with Pat, but I'm sure he's getting it. And it'll be like stuff like, oh, here are some magnetic pads that you can put all your pieces down on, and it keeps everything equidistant to each other, you know, and that kind of stuff, you know.
It might have been just me on the SHIRO thing for needing to log out and looking at
Could have
Warhammer
been.
stuff.
I don't mind it.
That
I
does me a
find it
little bit.
fascinating.
I do the same thing for the the Japanese lesson stuff on your thing. I'm, oh hey, look at Dave's been on here again.
You're like, okay, yeah, exactly, yeah.
So what else did you get this week, Pat?
I had quite a lot. So like I was saying before, like while I was gone last week, I went to San Diego or I guess not San Diego. Technically it's San Diego. It's like LA, I guess. I went to
Wait,
Ontario.
if you went to San Diego and you didn't say hi, then I would be pissed.
I was in Ontario. I think Ontario's a couple hours away.
Oh
so.
yeah, no, that's not San Diego.
Yeah, so I went to Ontario and LA for my girlfriend's birthday. She wanted to go down there and visit the convention and go down to Universal Studios. So we did a really crazy weekend where we drove down on Friday to California. We got there like at 10 o'clock. Then we in the morning went to the convention for a couple hours. Then we went to Universal for a couple hours. We got home like at midnight,
nice.
but it was nuts. But yeah, it was pretty good. I picked up quite a lot of things at the convention, and I stopped at Amoeba Records too. I had to stop there.
Oh, nice.
I was in California. I have to. All right, but yeah, I had a couple things. I picked up these two standees. These are repros, by the way, but I picked these up for I think $30 for both of them. Like these little tiny
cool.
standee
Sonic
repro
Adventure.
Those look cool. Yeah.
The little desktop
Are those
ones.
like to scale? Like repros to scale?
I think they're slightly smaller. They're a little bit smaller than my Power Stone ones, but they're pretty cool.
Okay. Pretty cool, yeah.
I said I just wanted some
nice.
little standees for Dreamcast. I didn't want to spend $1,000 because,
Right.
as you guys know, like the last price check I did on my Power Stone Sandy, it was like $1,500. So I kind of didn't want to spend that kind of money again. So I just got these little tiny ones. They're really cool. I like them. So yeah, picked those up, and I got a Dreamcast game too. So we
Nice.
doing Dreamcast stuff, but I picked up Mach-N X. I actually don't have this one.
Oh, such a good game.
I picked it up.
And such a good soundtrack too.
Yeah,
Amazing
no,
soundtrack.
I love Persona, and I didn't pick it up because I didn't realize it was Persona art until the longest time. I was like, oh wait, or sorry, Shin Megami Tensei art. Sorry, I guess technically so.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yep,
I'm
yeah.
one of those guys. But yeah, I saw it and I'm like, oh cool, I don't have it. How much do you guys want it? And the things that all the guys there had, like, you know, the game sellers that like just priced on eBay and stuff. There's no prices on it, but he was like, looks like it's going for 55 on Amazon and eBay. Can you do 45? I'm like, how about 40? He's like, deal. So
You got that for 40? I'm so jealous.
yeah, it's pretty
it's
pretty
negotiating.
fresh.
Right. I don't even have a copy of Mach X, but
Pretty
I mean,
clean.
I have a copy on my ODE.
Wink,
I
wink.
don't own a physical copy of that, and it for $40, that is a good deal.
Yeah, no, so it was a pretty good pickup. I couldn't say no. I was like, let me see if I can get 40, and he said yes, like absolutely. So
You
now
should stream that. I'd love to see you stream that.
I'm gonna do that next stream. We got an important stream, and somebody mentioned it in the chat.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
streaming
no,
today.
Sometime
But
in the near future.
I do want to stream Mach and X because I actually do really want to try it out and see how it is. It looks really unique and cool.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, we got that.
Have you never played Mach X?
No, I've never touched it.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so you're in for a treat. It's
Yeah.
different, and you're right. Like, it's all the artwork and everything is very Shin Megami Tensei. You know, same artists. But I mean, yeah, it's different, but it's very. I feel like it's like it doesn't get the kind of credit that it deserves, or at least it's kind of, you know, I don't hear a lot of people talking about it all the time, so it's a good one.
Yeah, I love it. I'm still collecting for, like, I only collect for stuff that I really want or don't have. So like Dreamcast, I still collect for. I don't really collect much nowadays. Like I only get like standees and like you know, special edition stuff. But like I don't know, I just try not to like waste too much of money on the games. But I just do. Like I said, I just want to get some Dreamcast games. I'm still looking to get the rest of them. I still have like a few of them left. I need to get, like a U.S. copy of Project Justice, U.S. copy of what's it called? Just a bunch of other ones. So I'm still working on that. So I'm hoping that's why I kind of want to keep it alive, so that way I can little by little still build it up and have what I have. So, but yeah,
Right.
I think it's like 61 or 62 in the Dreamcast. So excited for that.
That's awesome.
And then I picked up I went to Amoeba Records.
Mm-hmm.
Things there too. I buy records that often anymore. Have it all, so most of the stuff I want. So I usually just get stuff that's unique or stuff that I don't have. So I picked up this one. It's called Kaido Star. It's like this anime on DVD. It was like $13 for a whole show series. I don't know. I've never heard of the show before. If anybody knows what it is,
I don't know.
Kaido Star or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Kaleido Star? Like
Kaido Star or
Kaleidoscope?
something like, yeah.
Kaleidostar.
So I picked this one up. It was like $13. I was like, why not? So I picked that up. I love ADV dubs, so always getting those. Laser disc of Kenshi Moyo in English. So this one I don't really. I like collecting English laser discs. This is kind of a bunch of green on there, but yeah, I like collecting dubs of Japanese laser discs, or the English dubs of anime for laser discs, just because it's really unique and you don't really see them that often. So I picked up Kenshi Moyo episode 3. I think it's just episode 3, or maybe it's like the third movie. It just said episode 3 on there. Yeah, it's just.
Do you have the
episode
Star
3.
Wars anime on Laserdisc? I know those exist.
I don't. I know they do. My friend has all of them on Laserdisc, but I do not have them.
Nice.
I do want to get them. I have JoJo on Laserdisc, so that's pretty cool.
Cool.
But I want to get the OVA. Last thing I got, Dave.
I like all the other stuff that you.
Only this you will like, Dave.
This is the only thing I will like.
Well, this one I think you'll really like. So, I saw this on the wall, and I thought it was the vinyl box set of it, but it turned out it wasn't. It was the Laserdisc collection of the Beatles anthology, like the whole series of that show.
Oh wow!
So the whole
that's like
on Laserdisc.
That is layers of cool, right? Because it's the Beatles and because it's Laserdisc.
Yeah,
that's insane.
It's like 8 discs or so. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 discs.
Wow, that thing probably weighs like 100 pounds.
It's pretty heavy.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's 7 discs of the entire anthology series that aired on TV. I thought I was gonna be spending a heavy price on it. It was $30.
Wow.
for the whole
Are you
set.
kidding me?
$30 for
Wow.
Laserdisc.
Yeah, with the deals on this California trip. Man.
Dang.
I just saw it on there.
No
I was like,
kidding.
okay. It has price
Sold.
tags underneath it. Let me see how much it was. Maybe it was cheaper. Oh no, I guess they marked. Oh no, it's like $29.99.
They marked it down?
No, it's just $29.99 right there underneath the other ones. Maybe.
The
Oh my
MSRP
God.
Moose Track said in the 90s was $240. Wow.
Holy shit! Oh yeah, there's a
That's
40
crazy.
underneath. It was $50. So yeah. Yeah.
Have you been watching a lot of your laser discs lately? Like, do you still
No,
watch
unfortunately,
Laserdiscs?
I do, but I have a weird setup in my house right now. I'm gonna be moving soon, and I will be setting up the Laserdisc in the living room. I hope to
Nice.
God there's nothing wrong with it, because I'll have to get it serviced. But last time I checked, it worked, so I'm hoping that it'll still work when I get to the house.
Right.
So it should be. So I've not really touched it, and I don't like jostle around a lot, so
Yeah.
it should still be good. So I'm gonna be trying that out, and actually have a dedicated setup on my TV. I like see if I can hook it up using like the maybe using like an upscaler or something like that. I would like it on the
Right.
CRT, but it's just too small to do that. Maybe I can find a way to set it up like on my BVM, but I kind of want to put it in my living room. So I'm gonna try that and see how that goes, and I'll let you guys know how that turns out once I get that
Cool.
sorted.
Hey, Jiggle85. How's it
But
going?
85, long time no
Jiggle?
see.
I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah. How you doing?
Glad
From
you
the
could catch the
UK.
show. Yeah, he
Joining us
is.
from the UK. It is what, like 11:30 there, or 11:25.
So that's all my pickups for the California trip. I got
True.
some stuff
Anything
for
looks great on
friends.
a D24.
Yeah.
It's not wrong.
Oh, Analog Addict, that's my friend of mine. His name is oh wow, Cody. Yep, I got your name, Cody. I almost forgot it. Sorry. He's a cool dude. He actually owns a D32 and a D24.
Oh, nice.
He's a really cool dude. He does the BVM. He actually sells them locally in Arizona. So shouts out Cody.
Cool.
How's it going? Much love. I don't know if
Does he know Phone Dork? Like he's friends with Phone Dork?
I actually don't know if I don't think he met Phone Dork. I think
Oh, okay.
I do. It's like me and a couple other people. I don't know if Analog met Phone, but yeah, technically, if he saw my, I don't think he's ever seen my BVMs at all. So, I think he's seen my PVMs. I don't know though. Cody the DJ from Panama, probably.
Dan, you
yeah,
have any pickups?
That's
You
it
had
for me. What
something,
about
right?
you guys? Sorry about that. Didn't mean to take up all that time. There's a
No,
lot
you're
of stuff.
good. You're good.
I'll go quick so we can get on to our community segment. But so I didn't buy this; it was given to me for free, and it was a flower of all
That
things.
is
What was the
completely
weird
keying
flower?
Oh
out.
no,
Put it over
Dan.
your face. Put it.
Oh,
in
it
front
is
of your
keying
face.
out. I forgot.
Wait, hold on,
Flowers.
Dan. I got a
Leaves.
solution to that.
Dan,
Hold it back up.
Pretend.
I will
hide
solve
behind
this.
it.
I'll
Okay.
solve this, Dan. Hold on. There we
Can
go.
you fix it?
Hey.
Yeah, there's no
okay.
blue. Okay, yeah, there you go.
There
Now
you go.
They can see it.
Yeah.
I'm not on the couch. Yeah, so it's gonna have red flowers. It's a red geranium. So there's like an elementary school in our neighborhood. Sorry about that. I forgot about green.
Okay.
There's an elementary school in our neighborhood, and every year around this time, the teachers lead all the little kids. They're probably in like second grade or something, down some of the streets in our neighborhood, and a kid will run up to each porch and put a little flower on their porch with like a little note saying like, here's an act of kindness for you to like pass it on or something like that. So that's kind of like a fun little thing they do, and we always plant the flower every year. They're like annuals, so they don't make it to the next year. But so that was my pickup. We got our flowers today.
Illusion broken.
Flowers.
Yeah, illusion broken. Sorry, Malenko.
Sorry, guys. We don't live next to each other. We don't hold hands
No.
during the stream.
No in and out.
Sorry,
we don't
sorry.
do a little bit
sorry
of
to ruin
that
your-
action underneath the table.
Show you. We're always showing them how the sausage is made. I got to pick up.
Sausage.
It was not that expensive actually. It was it's just another magazine to add to the big collection of Saturn related magazines or Sega related
Oh yeah, I
magazines.
saw
It's got
that.
the,
That's really cool.
it's not
Looks
it's not
nice.
that thick. It's a thinner issue, and I think it's really just to be kind of like previews. Sega Saturn, the brightest star on the horizon, and complete info on Genesis 32X. This is the early Champagne Saturn.
Info.
It actually is. It's really interesting actually because, and I don't know if I can show this, but it's like a Model 1 Japanese Saturn. You can see the buttons are blue. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
got the black, but then it's champagne, and it says high performance CD-ROM cartridge entertainment system. Just cram as many words as you can on there. But yeah, so it's fun. It's fun. I kind of try anything with a Sega Saturn on the cover. I typically have to get. So
Dave gets
Moth to a flame. Malenko wants you to
I
scan
am
the
a moth to a
32X section.
scan the 32X section. Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's not already available on the like Video Game History Foundation or on Wayback, like on the
Retro,
archive,
RDN,
I could
or
do
whatever.
that. Yeah, I'm sure it probably is, but yeah, like I can't wait for them to get.
No, it's a vintage magazine, Moose Track. It's an old
Yeah,
old magazine.
vintage, and
montage.
you know,
Well,
Video Game Advisor is another one I really want to get, but everybody wants like $30 an issue. And that's where there was an ad recently that a lot of people were saying, oh, I don't think that's real, and it was like talking about how much better the Saturn is than the PlayStation. It was like this ad that the Video Game History Foundation posted on their socials, and it was basically that magazine was sent to stores, like eBay or EB or Funko or whatever, to
Images, yeah.
tell clerks like this is what you should market. All the ads for everything were like different than your typical consumer ad. They would like point out a bunch of technical specifications or point out different things.
They were
that
meant
you could
for like
sell.
store clerks to read, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was like, and a lot of it was like propaganda, but
Yeah.
certain propaganda. But it was like, this is what you should sell the customer on, or this is what's coming. And it was a really prophetic magazine in terms of like things that would happen in the industry, things like the GT Interactive scandal and everything like that too. Like it covered a lot of stuff like that, and they haven't scanned it. They must be doing it right now, because that's why the Video Game History Foundation are sharing that stuff, but they haven't put it up. They haven't put it up to be available on their site to look through, and I know that magazine will be incredibly useful to Nick in his documentary series, because there's so much good stuff in there. From what there's a few issues available on archive.org that are amazing. Just thumbing through those. But again, on eBay they want like $30 an issue. So anyway, we can move on to our community section though, because that's all I got.
Who wants to read Double Dime's spiel about the community challenge game of the month, Jung Rhythm? How it's going? Anybody?
Already. I can check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it right now, but where I could.
I can read the good stuff. Let me go get that up here. The community council. Let me see. Okay, I read it. We are now 1 week away from the end of SHIRO's May 2025 Jung Rhythm Challenge. I'm gonna get the webpage up too.
Yeah, we want to see the standings. We got new updated standings.
I prefer the sittings, but the standings also. So
this way, go this way.
And a star has been born. This past week we saw Noya's Nezu not only take first perfect score prize for the bonus stage 7, but then proceed to get perfect scores on all the rest of the stages for a total of 3,500 points. Since Nezu already took prize for stage 7, this leaves stage 2, 3, and 5 up for grabs. If anybody else who hasn't claimed the prize can score perfect 500 on them, following Nezu in the top 3 and Lord Zillion in his near perfect total score of 3,489, and returning STCC champ Huber T with 3,410, we've also seen our first emulation category participant, Squilliam, take the stage.
Excellent.
Who's at the moment has a total of 2,659 points. Sega Steve is still leading the speedrun category with his flawless video run, scoring 3,267 points. So far, nobody has posted a no-fail speedrun, but if they do, the prize will go to the highest score. Participants have until midnight next Saturday, Pacific time, to change the world and everything in it with jungle ecology magic. Don't miss your chance to believe, because you gotta.
It was a great
You gotta
read,
believe. Yeah, that was
job.
a good read.
And thank you for the write-up. Well, once again, Double Dime. Our fellow Shiro Double Dime. So yeah, get in your runs on Jung Rhythm, or Young Rhythm, if you will.
Jungle
Because we just
Rhythm
have a week to go.
Swai.
Or Young Rhythm. I wonder how
May
many people get
31st.
that.
I don't know.
I want to answer a question
Regular
in
viewers will.
chat. Canacast 420 asks, is it better to have the X-band modem or the Netlink modem? It completely depends on if you're going to try to surf the internet with your Saturn. Other than that, for gameplay, no, it doesn't matter. For gameplay, they both tune to 14.4 kbps. And the tunnel works great with both of them. If you do plan on getting a DreamPi and like surfing, like you can actually access the SHIRO website with your Saturn, or you can access like the old net or I don't know, the Wayback Archives and stuff like that. And if you're going to do that, 14.4 kbps is pretty slow. That said, the Netlink modem is like 28.8 and it's a little faster, but you know, so that's the only way that it's better.
Slow.
That's yeah, it's all going to be slow, but I mean, it's going to be slower if you so anyway.
Okay, so our other community section mention we wanted to talk about this week is that our buddies and fellow Shiros, the Sega guys, have put up 2 new videos on their YouTube channel this week. One of them about 6 days ago was Metal Gear comes to the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis. So that was cool, like a port of the original Mega Drive or the original Metal Gear is on Mega Drive. And their other video is the worst game in the series, Street Fighter the movie on Sega Saturn. I believe that is their continuing series on all of the Street Fighter games that appeared on Sega consoles or Sega platforms, maybe in arcades too. And so this week they looked at Street Fighter the movie on the Saturn. And he asks, is it the worst in the series? And the answer may surprise you. You'll have to watch the video to find out.
Yes.
The answer may surprise you. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
But they're both great videos, so by all means, give them a watch. I like Street Fighter the movie for the Saturn. It's not that bad. Like, yeah, it looks a little weird, but like it's you know it's different. Yeah, it's cool. Like, and I like the story mode that kind of follows the movie's plot. Like, that's cool. Like, I always appreciate story modes in fighting games, and it was the only one in a Street Fighter game up until like Street Fighter V, right? So
yeah, we've come full circle on a lot of these things to where you can fire these things up and kind of have a laugh, you know?
Yeah, you appreciate
it's not like you're looking at it in the 90s where you're kind of being really overly critical of it. Like, yeah, sure, it's bad, but I mean, it's also very entertaining, you know?
I mean, it still plays like
yeah, exactly. Because it's just a skin, right? It's like basically a skin, you know. So
yeah, and they had some tweaks, some balance tweaks, and that sort of thing. So I mean, really, the only downside to it is that it's not using the original hand-drawn, colorful graphics. Right. It's digitized actors from the movie, which has its own charm. So I don't think it's a bad game.
No, I'm with you, Dan. I'm with you. I don't think it's.
I'm excited to try the Metal Gear on the Mega Drive, though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that looks fun.
Yeah, that does look cool.
Awesome.
Oh, and did they say if it's the original one or is it the NES one?
It's not the NES one.
Okay, so it is based off the MSX one. Okay, that's cool.
I think it's technically a port of one of the ports of the MSX one. I forget which one, the Atari ST or something, but Amiga version. Thank you, Shadow Mask. Yeah, so it's the Amiga version.
As long as it's good, that's all I care about.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so check out those 2 videos from our buddies at the Sega guys. And we have a bunch of news to get to this week.
A bunch of new news.
Let's do it.
A lot of news.
How far back can we go?
The competition.
We start at the right? Oh, the competition?
Competition.
Competition.
Because the Sega Extreme Homebrew Competition results were announced last Saturday. Yep, the day after our last SHIRO show. So we finally found out who won according to the 7 judges who submitted scores. And in the original games category, it was Micro Motor Mayhem beating out Shenmue back in Yokosuka by just 4 points, while the point-and-click adventure game Pulitzer came 6 points behind Shenmue for 3rd place. The English translation of Mobile Suit Gundam won the hacks, patches, and translations category, just edging out the Doom Fix patch by a mere 2 points. That was very close. And then Bomberman Fights translation came in third, a little bit behind that. And then the new software development kit Saturn Ring Library won handily in the tools and utilities category, beating out the latest version of Sega Film Tools 3.0.1 from Trekkies.
I'm
And
actually
that doesn't
surprised
take
that
anything away. That
Yeah.
doesn't take anything away from all of those cool tools. But I mean,
Absolutely not.
the sheer weight of what the Ring Library represents, you know, for homebrew in
It's
general,
massive.
I don't think that it can be understated or over. I don't think it can be overstated. What a big
overstated.
deal that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Either
mean,
one.
I'm thoroughly impressed with all these other tools that folks put out. So it was a hard thing to judge, you know.
It was honestly,
Yes,
it's probably
yeah.
the hardest year because I literally swapped places like 5 times between everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Especially with the games.
Emerald, he reached out to me and he's like, what order am I supposed to do? Like, how am I supposed to take this? Cause I had it from like top to bottom, but
Yeah.
some of the numbers were wrong. And I was like, oh yeah, that was me at the last minute kind of switching things around in an Excel spreadsheet. Cause I just couldn't decide, you know, it was that close. I went with, and that's the thing, Micromotor Mayhem and Yokosuka, or the Shenmue project. Oh my God! Like, which one do you give first place to, right?
It's hard.
Because like,
honestly,
if you
and
look
Pulitzer was so good. I was like, I kind of,
wait a second, is it
Wasn't that your
Pulitzer?
first place?
Is it Pulitzer or Pulitzer?
Either
Probably.
Okay.
But yeah, like
'Cause he's
that
got,
one
like,
was
a little-
super good.
Yeah. It
I'm like,
is.
dang.
It is. And
It
of
does look
course,
good. We
like,
gotta get a story on the site about Pulitzer or Pulitzer.
he's got his typical like I gotta say, sorry, what's his name again? It's I'm having a brain fart.
Developer Pulitzer.
Yes.
Evil.
Yeah, Irville Soft.
Irville Soft. Yeah,
Soft. Yeah,
he's got a very artistic eye. Very clean UIs on all of his games. Good color choice. Like it's obvious to me that he's an artist, and that he considers the clean, like easy to use UI as part of every project that he makes. So it's always really visually impressive. In addition to like all the crazy coding that's going on,
And the voice acting. I think the voice acting was the one that surprised me the most.
Which one surprised you the most?
The voice acting in Pulitzer. I did not expect.
Yeah, how was that done? How was that? Did you just get somebody to do it, or did he use like AI, or like I wondered about
It
that
sounded like
because
an
it was so
actual person.
professional.
It didn't.
Yeah,
It didn't strike to me as AI. I assumed he just hired a voice actor to do it.
But it sounded
Pretty cool.
it sounded very like reminiscent of like late 90s, like the good voice acting games from like the 90s and stuff like that. It was really well done. So yeah, it had a vibe for sure. But yeah, this was difficult. It was difficult to do that. But I can't say that I'm sad that Micromotor Mayhem deserved to win too. You know, it was like the Shenmue game was so dense though, like with everything that he packed into there, that that's why it won out for me, but just by a tiny bit, you know, because I was just like, wow, there's just so much here. But then again, Micromotor Mayhem had like so many tracks, so many cars. So yeah, it's like
it feels like a complete experience to me. You know,
it really does.
Micromotor Mayhem.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Looks like we have
It's
a
a
voice
very
actor in the
complete-
chat that wants to do Saturn games. Gamer said, "I'm the lead voiceover for Niche Gamer, guys. Get me in the Saturn games. I have some range for sure. Grew up in the '90s and love these games too. Yeah, definitely send us your demo reel. We'll post it up.
Well, click. First of all, if you're not a member of our Discord,
Yeah,
click in the
join that.
description and become a member of the Discord, because I mean there are projects going on all the time, and people
Yeah,
are
that's how Book Slash
soliciting
happened.
for voice actors. So yeah, there'll be projects for sure. You know.
Yeah, put your demo reel on the thing, or like share it on Twitter or something, and we can do like a share out if you want, like a retweet.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, so you know, with the hacks, patches, and translations, that seemed like it was a pretty tight one too, because I mean the Mobile Suit Gundam one definitely had a lot of effort put into it, and it came out really good. The Doom Fix patch, the mod was is just kind of amazing to see Doom on the Saturn finally run smoothly after all this time. And you know, the Bomberman Fight translation had a long time. A lot of work put into it, and that turned out really good too. So I imagine it had to have been hard for judges to judge between those all of those. And I mean, there were a lot of other ones too, like the Shine Force 3 online mod from Night Dragon
That was sick.
The surprise entry in this category, and it runs very slowly, but it does run, which is
It does run,
a
yeah.
feat in itself. And I think he's going to keep working on it to make it run even better. And there are quite a few other English translations. Every single one is a feat. Jung Rhythm, which we're all enjoying now with the community challenge this month, was really good. It enabled the community challenge really to happen at all.
That one I rate pretty high myself.
Yeah, the retranslation of Silhouette Mirage was cool. I mean, I can see it ranking a little lower because a lot of the hacking work had already been done with their Working Designs translation patch last year. And so this year, I mean, they retranslated it, but I know you're supposed to kind of rank things on like how much effort has been put on since last year, and it's almost sort of like an update to the previous patch, kind of. But it's still really nice to have that more accurate translation. The Burning Rangers co-op mod works a little weird, but it is cool to see. It's another one where it's like it's awesome. He pulled it off from Bo Bales, and the Rabbit and Logic Puzzle translations are both really cool to see too. It's funny, every single time Logic Puzzle Rainbow Town gets showed off on a video or something, I see at least one person in the live chat comments be like, oh shoot, this is like Picross, I love those games, this is awesome, I didn't know this was on Saturn. So it's like, even though it's a niche game to translate, like I know Malenko did it because he just like loves these kinds of games, and there are like a small number of people who, when they see it, they really appreciate it. So it's cool he did that.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, he was Malenko jokingly said, well, I don't know, maybe he wasn't joking, but he was like, I was happy to see, or he got a kick out of Logic Puzzle tanking, because I did like a stream over the weekend to test my settings, and Malenko was there hanging out, and it was just funny to hear him say that.
Oh, I knew he would relish getting last place, because every
something
time
has to, like, inevitably something is going to have to be last place. And I don't know, maybe sometimes I do think that the game itself, like what it is, and people's level of interest in it does kind of drive that. Like they don't know, it could have been the hardest thing to patch too, like, although he did it really quick, so I'm guessing it wasn't that hard to patch.
To do it in just a few months.
I mean, every single thing on the board is like just an honor thing. Like that's the fact that they're able to do it means it's one more game we could play on the Saturn in English.
Like
honestly, go ahead. Well, Shining Force 3 online, for example, you were right. It plays. It doesn't play very well. It didn't perform very well for me. And I'm really interested to see if it gets finalized. Like if they are able to get the performance like perfect and then re-enter it, because I think that I would rate it higher. What it represents, though, it really is. What it represents is like the foot in the door. Like this represents like that it is possible to hack the code of these games and get them playing online, after the fact. Game online. Any game online. I mean, think about Bomberman Fight. Somebody mentioned that during the stream. They were like, Bomberman Fight would be amazing online. Well, it has a 2-player match mode, and I mean, if you could hack the code so that it just dumps you right into that mode, and you kind of have to do the same thing. You have to do the same thing that Catapult did. I mean, they were modifying a lot of these games after they'd already shipped, so they were basically patching them just like Action Replay, and kind of fooling the console into thinking there's a second controller plugged in. So, I mean, the fact that Knight did this is kind of like opening the floodgates for maybe other people to do it. So in that case, I think that it's really important. But I'd also like to see it finished and running at a good
improved
speed. Exactly. And then
No, I was going to say, I was part of a discussion over on the Sega Extreme Discord earlier this week about the format of the competition, as it's been basically the same format for the last 6 years since Emerald Nova revived it for the 25th anniversary, and talking about maybe like changing it going forward. And one of the points that I made was, it sucks that the way it goes, it's all just like ranked 1 to 9, and it makes it seem like Logic Puzzle Rainbow Town was a bad hack patch or translation because it's the last place. But really, I mean, it's a well executed translation patch in a year where there were 9 well-executed hacks and patches. None of them are bad. None of them are bad at all. So it's like ranking them is almost like doing a disservice to all of them, especially the ones that are lower on the ranking, just because it makes people think that they aren't worth checking out when they all are. You know, even the original games. You know, what Team Starlane pulled off with Moai Talks. It's not much of a game, but it's a very cool tech demo that not many people take advantage of, with that whole, like, the Saturn picks up on sound coming off the CDDA channel and can use that to make something happen on screen. You really only see it with like the multiplayer menu and the cubes, you know,
it's
kind
cool,
of
like
moving.
to have that for, like, mouth things.
Didn't Malenko win first though for Tokyo Highway Battle?
He has won first before,
So he's good. He's good. He doesn't care.
He's
Malenko's got his W.
Yeah. You know what? Shouts to Shadow Mask. He worked hard. That was a really ambitious project. It turned out great.
That was the first project he's led too, so he did a great job with it. Him and his team.
I'm super stoked for him that he got to taste victory. You know,
yeah,
first
congrats.
place.
And Gundam's a big property and a big property to take on, and he pulled off a cool translation of an original game. You can only play on the Sega Saturn.
Yeah, and he made it better too. He made it definitive because of the getting the good PS2 video and everything So I mean, again, it not only translated but added collateral. Made it even more valuable. And I would say that if I had to choose, like that's the one that's going to go. And I'm like pressed for space on my ODE. That's the version that's going on there.
Well, they also made the cheat code easier to input on there with the translated patch version, thanks to Bo Bales, because the original one was super hard to input.
Sometimes I like to keep the Japanese language version and a translation, but if the translation actually makes the game better, then I typically will just ditch the Japanese one and just keep that one on as like the definitive version on my Saturn ODE, because again, like I'm coming close to like needing to get a bigger SD card.
Yeah, no,
every time
I'm getting
they
worried
just keep
too.
putting out more patches,
I got 512. It's like, should I upgrade to the big 1 terabyte one?
I know, right? I thought 512 was going to be enough, and then I just keep finding out about more games that I haven't played, or people keep putting out patches. Yeah, exactly.
You can't just say, "Oh, this card will fit all of the released retail games." Like, that's great. Now, what about all the homebrew that comes out every year and all
have to start exactly.
Like, you don't want to overwrite your version of of Burning Rangers with the one with the co-op patch. Like, you want to keep them separate.
Yeah, like when Phantasmagoria dropped, and I'm like 8 discs.
Right. I could keep that on my card for like a week. Could I just take it off so I could?
I know, right? Yeah. So, but anyway, good job, Shadow Mask.
Good job, everybody.
He's done a lot of great stuff. I'm still, he's been involved in like a lot of the Bulk Slash project, right? And also
and Stellar Assault. You
and
did
also
a lot
Angel
of
Devoid, Death Mask, and gosh, so many others.
Just all these other projects. It's insane how many. I still think that my favorite one has to be the Bulk Slash with the music and stuff and the remastering and the sound effect. Like, he's good at that.
Which was also partially thanks to Jiggle, who's in chat.
Oh,
exactly.
And he helped Malenko with Drift King too. So
so there's a lot of help. I'm glad that he's in the community helping out all these people.
Yeah,
and it's amazing, and it's like, and this the fact that his project debut, like his first place, that's amazing. So I'm looking forward to see what he has up his sleeve, and Malenko, like
more Gundam.
Yeah,
tell you that.
I have to shout.
I'm excited.
I gotta shout Tales of Saturn too, who's here in the chat, or at least he was at the beginning of this. Tales of Saturn, being somebody from the community who he does some really awesome compilation videos every year when the challenge happens, and has a really cool YouTube channel folks should check out, but decided to throw his hat in the ring and do some homebrew as well. And so there you go, like that, like anybody can do it. He's proof. Tales of Saturn had a really cool game. It was called Puff Pastry Panic.
That was fun. I like that one. I couldn't beat it, but it was still fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't beat it. It is a little tough.
I didn't know how to get away from the dude and get my son. It was just so hard.
Oh, Yeah, yeah. Well, it's you got to get good. It's a game.
You
I
gotta
know.
get
I have
good.
to get good
That's
at it. I
right.
have to get good at it. I had to find
Yeah.
the strategies.
But I think he's going to keep working on it because he has more areas planned. Like he has more game that he wants to implement. So I'm looking
That's
forward to
nice.
seeing where the game goes from here.
Mhm.
Should
I'm
be
excited
cool.
too.
All right.
That'd be awesome.
Well,
I
we
think
should
it-
probably move on. We have a lot more to talk
Oh
about.
yeah, for sure. Okay, cool.
Thank you again, all the entrants. Everything was amazing, and I'm excited.
Yes.
to
Thank you,
play
Emerald
more.
Nova, for running the competition.
And thank you,
Yet
Emerald, for
another
doing
year.
such a great job.
Derek, A-Team Past Gorilla, wrote a guest story on the site this week about a new Rhea/Phoebe SD card management tool that he created. He released it recently-ish, and he finally did a nice write-up explaining how it all works and what went into getting it to work. So he has nicknamed it the Orbital Organizer, or the Rhea/Phoebe sorter.
Nice.
He considers it to be stable and feature-rich. You can download it from, I believe, his GitHub, which we have linked from, at the very top of the story on our
it should
website
be
on
on there. You
Sega
can
Saturn
download it there.
SHIRO. Yeah, SegaSaturnShiro.com. So these are the original Saturn ODEs, Rhea and Phoebe. They came out back in 2015. One of them is for 20-pin Saturns. The other's for 21-pin Saturns. Other than that, they have the
This is a
same
throwback.
functionality.
Funny, and I mean,
Yeah.
as weird as it sounds, say it's a throwback. It is a throwback. Like this was like our first
Yeah.
ODEs.
This
So much
is
has
like,
happened since these
yeah.
came out.
like when we were starting the podcast, it was like, hey guys, you interested in an ODE for Saturn? But I
Yeah.
mean, it's not without a little bit of irony. Like, I think it's great that he made this, but I also think it's ironic that if something like this had come out back then, this could have been a huge thing to like drive those being like the de facto thing, like
Yeah.
outside of the fact that they were also hard to get, like they were kind of hard to come by.
Yeah, it was like,
because of the way-
like as soon as it goes up.
But also, like I've heard tons of people say that these things are workhorses in terms of like just they work, and they work well. But I've also heard people complain about like the organization thing, and yeah. Go ahead.
Let's explain what Derek's tool does here. So he said the premise behind his new SD card management utility is simple. Let users add, remove, and modify disk images without keeping track of numbered folders or needing to use the archaic R menu rebuild process, which
Right.
I guess has been, I don't have one of these things, so I guess
It was a
you had to
pain.
like rebuild the whole file structure whenever
Pretty
you want to
much.
add or take away a game. Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
pretty much what you do is you have to number it 1 through whatever and the number on there.
Yeah.
Then you had to do like the organizer where it organized it, like the organizer program, and then
The
you
R menu.
run the R menu program, and then you put into your Saturn. There's the whole process to get it on there, and it really only supported was it the CD, the image CCD and sub files.
CCD format.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with the Rhea/Phoebe sorter, users can easily create a new folder on their SD card, copy a disk image into it, drag their SD card onto the executable, and be done with it. In fact, he even included a separate script for users to batch convert their disk images to clone CD format, the CCD format you were talking about, which is the one supported by Rhea and Phoebe. So if you've ripped a disk or downloaded it from somewhere and it's in BinQ format, or it's an ISO or something, I guess there's a script that is linked from Derek's story that will turn it into CCD formats. That's
Nice.
even
That's
nicer.
awesome. I know.
Yeah.
I know that's why I like Knight's program is that he was able to do that, so he can make it in any format, which
Mhm.
I loved for the Saturn patcher. But I'm glad that more of these programs are making it more accessible to do that, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I got to find a CCD image sub file and have to hunt that down. It's like, oh, just drag it on there and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's really...
One important note. Sorry, I'll let you go, Dave.
No, you're good. You're good.
First-time users of the Rhea/Phoebe sorter that are coming in with a pre-existing SD card must undergo a one-time migration process. That entire process, as well as detailed instructions on the rest of the tool's usage, are all found on the GitHub's README. So read the README. It's called README for a reason. And he said one day he may venture into giving this tool a full-blown graphical user interface, like GD menus, card manager, but it depends on his time. So go ahead, Dave.
Don't even remember what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry.
I think I was just going to say, yeah, no, this definitely this definitely makes these old ODEs worth keeping around. Is all I'm saying. You know, it adds to the value of them, makes them easier to use, and I think it'd have been amazing if it was around back in 2017 or whatever. But
when I actually
it's
had
awesome
it,
that
I got rid of mine.
I mean, it's awesome that Derek went to the trouble of making something to support these old ODEs, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he loves his
awesome.
Phoebe and his Rhea, I guess. I think he has one of each, so he wanted to do something to make him better. I don't know if these ODEs are even still made, are they?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Let me see.
If he
I'm kind of curious.
Let me see if I can do a search on that real
Phoebe,
quick.
Rhea.
Okay.
Let's see here. Yeah, no. Let's see. Oh, that's console mods wiki. Oh, here we go.
I mean, it's linked in the story here.
Right? Not. By the way, hi Froggy. Frog Bowl just checked in.
Looks like the
he's late.
Looks like there's the Phoebe one. Looks like the pre-orders are closed though on that, but I don't know when the last time they went up.
Yeah.
Like the Ray and Phoebe, the pre-orders are closed on them, but I don't know like when they go up.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wondered.
So it's really more of a support for people who have them, and I know a lot of people out there have them. So yeah.
Yeah.
If you got it, flaunt it, I guess. And it looks like I think they might have cloned it too on AliExpress.
Of course, they clone
Maybe
everything.
they didn't.
Because why not, right?
Yeah. So it's looks like it's cloned on there. So I don't know how functional those ones would be with it. I probably wouldn't take the risk.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah. May as well
Speaking
just
of
get
cloning, I noticed like Japan. This is off topic, but Japan just developed like a womb that'll carry a fetus like outside the. It's very like Death Stranding, exactly.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I get to carry around babies
and the Swedish. And the Swedish, like they've developed a computer that's the size of like a loaf of bread, where it sits on your desktop, right? And it's powered by human brain cells. Like the CPU is living brain tissue that they feed it a nutrient-rich broth, quote unquote.
What?
It sounds like some.
It's actually able to calculate.
It's
able to calculate and execute commands. It's crazy. Look it up. It's insane.
I don't know if I want to. That's too weird for me.
It's the future. And the question I have is like, I just need to know how Skynet was built.
Yeah, it's like that. That's how they did it. That's how they will do it. Anyway, so our next article is Under the Microscope. Latest Under the Microscope from Bo Bales. Who wants to read this one? Oscar 120% Limited Burning Fest.
Yep. All right, so we're taking a look at the Oscar 120 Limited Burning Fest. This is the, I believe this is the one that this is before the one got the upgrade one. This is the original version.
This is the unofficially translated version.
Okay, this is the unofficial one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
so
the developers after they shut down, they kept working on it and put out like balance patches and like a little bit of an English translation to it, which it wasn't fully translated. So then it was then like modified. That translation patch was modified into being like more fully translated. I think it was that Ms. T who did that.
Yeah.
Are
you sure this isn't the?
Sounds right.
Are you sure this isn't the original one and not the limited over version?
I don't know.
Like, this one says limited
Burning Fest Limited.
I think this might be the original one. Yeah, this is the original one.
I guess I was wrong.
Other one is the Oscar 120 Burning Over Limit or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, the names are similar. So
Limit Over is what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
So this is the original that was released at retail. Sorry about that.
I think in that version they made the characters easier to get to. So it's widely known that there's 2 hidden characters in the game, and the only really way to unlock them officially is to play the game for 20 hours. So if you are a tournament organizer and you want to do a tournament for this, it's probably not immediately feasible to do that for a bunch of Saturns. But Bo Bales has found a way to make it easier to do, so tournament organizers rejoice. So this is how you do it. You start by select the config menu mode in the menu, and then you press L to access the versus menu option screen. Next, you follow the following steps. You use controller 1 set players handicap to 3. Using Control 2, set players handicap to 7. Unplug both controls to the system and plug them both back in at the same time. The plug in both at the same time part is key. If you hear 2 sound effects play instead of 1, try again. If you get it right, you'll have new characters available on the character selection screen. Press up to the top row to reveal the 2 characters, and down for the first character, and down to reveal the second one.
Ogi Gaia is on the top row, and on the bottom row you get Genichiro Shindo. So
exactly.
There you go.
However you pronounce those.
There's my attempted pronunciation on those names.
So yeah, now you can actually play it and unlock them, and not have to play it for 20 hours if you want to do a tournament of it.
Yeah, it's really cool that he found this hidden in the game. And why would they make it so weird and obscure? Well, I guess because they want it to be hard for people to do. But like taking controllers out and then putting them back in, like I don't know if I've ever seen a cheat code require that before. That's really weird. What a choice.
Yeah. So he goes through the technical details of it, and says that hackers at Retro Achievements done a bunch of letter work, and they've known the address that's listed in case the number of unlocked characters. And memory space has 2 set of memories that are smashed together. For some reason, extra 0 between the 2 areas, so you have to adjust it by 1. I'm just trying to see. So basically, trace right into that leads to the function there. And basically, the outline is when a control is plugged into port 1, the value is set to 2. When you unplug it, change to FF. When you plug it back in, it runs to 0, 2. And then it checks for a transition like this for both controllers. So once that transition happens for both of them at the same time, I guess it triggers that the characters are unlocked for you, which is kind of weird.
Very.
But yeah, shout out.
Good on you finding this out, Bo.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Malenko for troubleshooting the steps above on Saturn hardware, and then private testing on the action replay codes. And if you were interested in reading more of his articles, you check out on his archive at SHIRO or on his Rings of Saturn page here
on Substack.
Yep. So you got a lot of options to check out his articles. But yeah, thank you again, Bo. Amazing. I think he has more of his non-Saturn ones on here, so you can go through like he does a GameCube, he does Dreamcast, PlayStation. So
yeah,
is Bo in the chat today? I don't know if he
seen him.
Okay, well, if he happens to listen to this late, you got to hook up with the Sega Lounge. They haven't had you on yet. They need to.
They want you.
We were talking to KC on the last episode, and I was like, "Have you ever had Bo on before? Because you definitely should." So yeah, message him. He's expecting you.
Expecting you, but in the test chamber.
Because I wanna listen to Bo talk about some reverse engineering.
You have him on for another
with Dreamcast
episode.
And Saturn.
You do another Editors Corner with the Bo and be like hacking the Saturn.
That's right. Yeah, and Frog. We should have. Well, I don't know if Frog speaks fluent English or whatever, but that would be
Frog,
cool.
Well, if you want to come on, let us know.
English well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he writes.
If you want to do a podcast with us, let us know, Frog Bowl. I think he's here still. So. Yeah,
no, he was Psycho Mantis Unplugged Trick Enhanced. Unplugged.
Frog never speaks fluent English. Okay, fair enough.
Frog never speaks fluent. Okay, fair enough.
We don't have the right. Oh, sure you do. You do on this show, Frog Bowl. You have the right.
Alrighty, so Daytona USA Best of Saturn Gold. So who wants to? Ice Dave, you want to talk about this one?
Sure.
Mr. Racing Fan.
I'll read Peter's article. It's not that long. Let me see, because it's a
gold.
Yeah, it's the gold edition, and I think that he did a really good job on this. I mean, he didn't like over sweeten it or anything. Daytona USA roared into gamers' Saturns at launch in the West as the most hotly anticipated arcade conversion of early 1995. Sega's promise of arcade in the home was fully realized as the uber successful AM2 coin-op came to the living room ready for duty in new Saturn owners' consoles. Pat. All courses converted over, check. All of Mitsuyoshi's crazy but good soundtrack, check. And I would say it even better too, because they're recorded in the studio, for the Saturn, because it has Red Book audio, right? In the arcade, it was all like kind of digital samples and stuff, so it's even better on Saturn. That sweet gameplay, yep, check. And those glorious creamy 3D graphics and rock solid frame rate, Maybe not. There were rumors of the Saturn being a complicated machine to program for, and where there's smoke, there's usually fire. To see Daytona USA running on a home console was a revelation, but it was obvious there were major compromises to make it happen. The frame rate stuttered at a third of the arcade's rate. The textures were much more pixelated, and the pop-in. Oh, the pop-in. Already present in the coin op to an extent, it was really bad in some places. Then, as gamers did the comparison with PlayStation's Ridge Racer, itself an arcade conversion, but optimized very well, it made Daytona USA, and by extension the Saturn itself, appear like a dumpster fire. Well, I don't know that I would go that far. Okay.
It didn't look great. Peter, I guess, is getting pretty rambunctious here with this.
Yeah, and yet, I mean, but you know, like maybe he doesn't want to get tomatoes thrown at him, so he's being very honest. He's being self-deprecating.
Pretty much.
And yet, in the darkest hour, hope springs eternal. The game's presentation, though basic, is charming and to the point. Agreed. The music, very unusual for a racing game, is happiness on a disc. Agreed. The gameplay, arguably the game's most important feature, was utterly tight and, most importantly, buckets of fun. Also agreed. Let's see. The Saturn would receive several more versions of Daytona USA during its run, though through the lens of time, the original effort may have been, for better or worse, the best. Also agreed, at least for speaking for myself. Today, Daytona USA on the Saturn is still a blast to play, and the overall package is nostalgic trip down, a trip down to a time where games looked rough but generated joy in playing. Bring on the blue skies. And yeah, like all I gotta say is like it's one of those games you could just pick up and immediately play and have fun. And I mean, they got 40 cars on 777 Speedway, 40 cars with you. I mean, that you didn't see Ridge Racer do that. I think they had
more than 2 tracks.
They had like 20 cars on Dinosaur Canyon and then like 30 cars on Seaside Galaxy. So I mean, yeah, the frame rates kind of dipped a little bit, but I mean, it didn't make it so that you couldn't play the game. The game's still really playable, lots of fun. I absolutely love Daytona, and it's a desert island game where like if it wasn't one of the last games on Earth that I had to play, I could be happy with some Daytona, you know, because it's that fun. It's kind of like Sega Rally too. Like I've been playing it for 30 years, and I'm going to play it for another 30 years because it's literally that much fun.
Yeah, and it's just the music is just amazing in the game as well. Like, I mean, say what about Ridge Racer? Can you name one Ridge Racer track off the top of your head?
Not me, but then again, I'm not like a huge. Maybe somebody can. And I mean,
this is a Saturn show. Yeah. Of course, we can't.
I probably gush about Daytona more than I should, but I mean, it's definitely a fun game, and honestly, I think it's aged pretty well. Like, I think we all kind of got past the point where like it's obvious that it kind of the pop-in is an issue and everything like that, but it's like now you can kind of look at it and say, okay, well, for the time, considering there was no Sega graphics library, considering everything they got going with the AI, and the AI actually is smart. Like, it actually will bump you off the road, and like, you know, it's not just like the cars aren't just like on the road, but they're like literally trying to jockey for position and bump you off and stuff like that. So it makes each lap kind of like different, you know, and unique. So anyway, in that way, I think it's great, and definitely deserving of the gold, Best of Saturn gold, for sure. So go play some Daytona.
This gets gold, but Vampire Savior doesn't.
Go play what it don't.
Oh, I think Vampire Savior is gold. Was that a up for? Yeah.
It wasn't. He didn't even give it silver, let alone gold. It was just Vampire Savior.
He gave it bronze. He gave it.
Maybe that's just the first time he did it. Peter's very thorough, so if it's like the first time he's ever covered it, maybe it's just doing the Best of Saturn thing, you know, and then he'll come back around. I don't know.
I don't know.
He could have gave it the Turd of Saturn instead.
How about this next article? Medusa team unlocks frames.
Yeah,
we get extra frames.
Take this one. So Gregory Rasputin wrote this up. Thank you, Gregory, our fellow Shiro, who was busy today. He wrote 2 stories today. So Medusa team has been busy the last several months implementing and testing a frames per second unlock, or a bunch of frames per second unlock codes for a variety of Sega Saturn titles. The first set of codes were put up on December 29th last year, about 5 months or 6 months ago, on Sega Extreme, and also on the Team Medusa website. We've got links to all of that in Gregory's story on the
Jesus,
website.
weird seeing a heroic run that smoothly.
Yeah, so these he's been like updating the site with more as he gets them done. I think they're up to about 24 games that you can do this with. There are both action replay codes, I believe, that will do this, and also he tells you which file and what hex address in that file you should go to, and then what to change in the data if you want to just like directly hack any of these games, which is what I did with a couple of games that I tested before the stream today, because I saw people asking, does this work on real hardware or is it just something that works on emulators? And it does seem to work on real hardware, but it's inconsistent because, of course, the Saturn is not always going to be able to just like run something at 60 frames per second when there's a lot of stuff happening on screen. It's going to slow down. Yeah. So, like, I went in and I hacked Bulk Slash and Daytona USA because I figured I'd be able to, tell how those felt. And yeah, both of them worked on real hardware. I also tried them on like Yabasan SHIRO emulator. And on the emulator, they both just like ran 60 frames per second the whole time. The thing is that it doesn't make the games run smoother. It makes them run faster.
Yeah.
Faster.
It feels like playing an old PC game on a newer computer that it wasn't meant to run on. So
right.
it's like
turbo mode
speed. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like turbo mode.
I'm watching Wipeout, which is like a shoe-in for this. Like, why would, because you have to ask, why wouldn't the developers unlock the frame? If that was possible to just get new free frames per second,
just do it.
Why wouldn't they have done it, right? But looking at it played, it looks like he's bouncing off of every wall,
Oh yeah, Daytona. I was on the seat of my pants trying to make it around those corners, and I was smacking into him, coming into him so fast. And what's funny is the announcer's voice is sped up too. So when he says time extension, instead of going time extension, he's going time extension.
That's funny.
It's pretty funny, yeah.
So what's going on there then? So you're getting. It's just running faster then, but it's
unlocking the frame rate. Yeah, so he found the spot in the code where each of these games is intentionally limiting the frame rate to 20 frames per second or 30 frames per second or whatever. And he is basically telling it, no, don't do that. Just run the game as fast as you possibly can, little Sega Saturn. And that is because a lot of these games, like everything is tied to that refresh rate, I'm assuming is what's happening.
Yeah, so it just speeds it up
running
instead
the whole
of
game.
Yeah.
It's not like a new PC game where when you unlock the frame rate, it's just making the image refresh smoother and all the underlying logic and animation, everything is still the same. Everything is sped up with these, it seems, with the couple I tried.
Considering that the Saturn, the real hardware, does not have a fan and it does not have a heat sink, I think that the developers took that into account. Like, they didn't want the system overheating, And I think that if you do this on real hardware, do it at your own risk, because your little Saturn could get hot.
Yeah, I thankfully did not do it for more than a couple of minutes per game just to try it out. So
yeah, I'm just thinking, like, if you're really making it work, and I mean, my Saturn's gotten hot before, just like playing Shining Force 3 for hours, like leaving the console on for hours, can do it, because the heat kind of gets trapped in there.
It's an intensive game, got a lot of 3D graphics.
And I mean, the Saturn does have like some ventilation on the sides, but if mine, for example, is in a little cubby, like a lot of people like organize their consoles in cubbies and stuff like that, some of that heat doesn't really dissipate, it gets trapped in there. So just something to be
I wonder if that actually happened to developers when they're using it, is that a lot of their Saturns are overheat and crash, and maybe they had to slow it down so that way it wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I don't know about that, but I don't know about that specifically, but I imagine that when it comes to Sega having a certain spec, like for what they would greenlight and say, okay, this is good to go, they probably did like want to target like a certain temperature, and if a game caused the CPU to like overheat, And they probably would be like, go back, do it again. Make it so that the CPU is not running so hot.
Chill it out.
I mean, because the original Saturn had a fan, or at least it had like a little fan port on the side, and I think they had planned a fan, but then that would add to the cost and everything like that. So they just scrapped that, and they didn't even bother putting a heat sink on there. But that's one option that people could try is like thermal paste. Frog is like thermal paste mod exists for the Saturn. Not that I know, but. I mean,
Let's make it happen.
That's an idea.
I will say this: if you're just rocking an ODE and you don't even have a CD drive in there, then that would probably be an amazing idea. If you have your CD-ROM drive in there, there might be a
might be in the way.
It might be a conflict there in terms of space, but who knows?
Someone did ask Paul Matt on Sega Extreme how they did this and how he did this, and Paul Matt said it is necessary. He's Russian, so his English is not like perfect, but he said it is necessary to monitor the frequency of data writing at address 05D00002. So yeah, he's looking at a particular address in memory while a game is running and seeing how frequently data is being written to that, and I guess he's figuring out from there whether it's the frame rate's being limited and if he can increase that cap. So yeah, the games that you can do this with, if you really want to try it out, and it's probably better to do this with an emulator. The emulator is more consistent with it too. That's the other thing I was going to say is when I tried it with like Bulk Slash, when I was flying like high above the city on the first stage, the frame rate still like slowed down. It wasn't like super fast because they had so much to draw. But when I changed to mech mode and I was running around on the ground and there was less to draw because I was just up on a few towers around me, the frame rate sped up and it was going crazy and bombs dropped from the sky and the explosions just like appeared and disappeared.
Yeah, it
in
just
just
sped
a
up
moment.
I was looking at the Bulk Slash on here, it just sped up really fast.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
not
So it
even
kind of
like-
depends what you're doing. Like Daytona, it actually it had a weird thing where when I first started up a race on 3.7 Speedway, and it gives you control right off the bat, and then I pressed left just with a regular gamepad to like start into my first turn. My car went nuts and just like veered way into the grass on the left. All I did was tap the D-pad. I don't know what was up. I was just like spinning around and crashing it. And I tried to get back on the track. I was crashed on the wall. It refused to go backward, to go into reverse.
What version of Daytona were you playing?
What the hell is going on? Just the US version of Daytona, the original Daytona.
Like the vanilla version? Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, the launch title in the US.
I was going to say, if you were playing CCE, that's your problem. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it wasn't CCE because he didn't give a code for CCE. And that probably, you need to change the hex.
No, I was just giving you a hard time.
Okay. But no, this is Daytona. That was weird. But then like once I kind of like got myself turned around and driving on the track in 40th place, then it controlled fine from there. And the frame rate was actually felt like normal. It did seem like a little better. But I think it was going faster too, which felt okay until like I would get like right up on a turn, like the last turn before, you cross the finish line, that really tight one that you have to drift around if you can drift, which I can't. So I hit the brakes.
No drifto.
Then like I would get on that turn and all of a sudden like the frame rate would get real fast. And then I'm like crashing into the wall because all of a sudden it's acting differently. The other thing is I actually timed out playing it. And I mean, part of it was I kind of like spun out initially. I was in the grass, but like I was doing okay after that and I still timed out. And so I think maybe the timer never slowed. It was going super fast and it never slowed down with the rest of the frame rate. It was just like VB1
it's tied to it,
slowing down. Yeah, so like it might actually, doing this with Daytona might make it much harder because the timer is flying.
It's kind of like as a kid, if you ever got your hands on a Game Genie and you were just like, this is the best thing ever, and then you put in a bunch of codes and your game is borked. You're like, wait a second.
No.
Maybe it's not a good idea to use cheats because it like breaks your game.
Yeah.
That was
Anyway, so thanks for writing about this, Gregory. It's good to get this out because he did put these codes out a while ago. And I did wonder, like, how do these really work? Like, do these work on real hardware and that sort of thing? So we got a little bit of a write up on the website, let people know about it. It is out there. more of an
It's
emulator
neat.
thing.
Yeah,
It's like a party
it's neat.
trick, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's cool.
It is. It is cool. I thought I was kind of disappointed when I saw that because of course, like, duh, like if we could get free frames per second, I think that would be good. Maybe one good use case would be something like an RPG that's kind of like slow and plodding. Like it doesn't really matter if it runs a little faster.
You can kind of speed run through it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure that when you're like selecting, or I wonder if it like makes the text in dialogue like appear so fast that you can't read it though. That's the thing.
But it also might affect like puzzles too and timings for that. So
yeah,
there's also that.
But flying the dragon around in the valleys and stuff like that looked really cool. So and Baroque, you mentioned Baroque. Like I don't know, maybe the combat might be a little harder, but just traversing the dungeons and stuff, it looks cool that it's
smoother, faster.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe it's a use case thing. Like some games will benefit, some games not so much.
Not Daytona. Daytona to an extent.
Before we go into the next article, somebody asked about the Saturn Mystery Core. We talked about it quite a bit on the show. We have a few articles on our site. Overall, we like it a lot and are excited to see it evolve even more than it already is.
Yeah, it's real good. I wanted to try out these FPS patches on my Mister just to like see, but I ran out of time before we had to do the show, so maybe I'll try it out afterward. But I imagine if it works on real hardware, it's going to run on the Mister too, because the Mister's very close to being accurate. Really, the biggest issue right now is the fact that it's a problem with the main core. With everything you run on the Mister, it does not support analog triggers on controllers. It does analog sticks, but not triggers. And analog triggers are a pretty important thing to have for the Saturn with games that support the 3D pad. I think some of the people in the Mister server on Discord kind of like discount, or they don't realize just how important those analog triggers are. Like, it's for a lot of racing games, and there are games that use it to move the camera. And
Grandia uses it for the camera. You can use that.
Burning Rangers
use it in like Deep Fear. We'll use those analog triggers. I'm trying to think what else.
All the racing games like Rally and stuff.
I mean, you're definitely right about racing games. Like for Tokyo, for Sega Touring Car, it's like a must. Since the 3D pad is like so essential. That's weird
for the whole Mister, not just the Saturn core. So hopefully
and the Dreamcast too. Oh wait, they don't have a Dreamcast core.
No, it can't manage the Dreamcast.
Right. But I'm trying to think what other console would use analog.
I mean, the PS1 eventually got analog triggers, didn't it?
PS1? I know they had them with a PS2. I think they were just digital. Yeah, the triggers were just digital for PS1.
The only analog one I can remember off the top of my head is a GameCube had analog triggers.
Which it can't do. So maybe that's why they don't care, because they don't think that.
Because they're like, it's just the Saturn 3D control pad. Yeah,
you can use it. So
funny enough, a lot of the newer controllers miss it. So stuff like Super Mario Sunshine that required those are really hard to play.
And 64 didn't have analog triggers, right? The Z button wasn't
analog. They were not analog.
The shoulder triggers weren't analog. Yeah. So again, just to reiterate, you said the sticks are fine. They have analog stick support. They just don't have analog trigger, right and left trigger support, right?
Right.
And the 3D control pad was ahead of its time in that regard. All right. Well, that'll be interesting to see if they can implement that. Senryu.
Yeah, Pandemonium wrote us a very substantial story that we're not going to be able to get through all of today, so I encourage you to check out the whole thing on our website. But
very in depth.
Yeah. Who wants to talk about Senryu here?
Well, I don't mind. I mean, do you want us to do a read of this, or because it's a lengthy article?
No, we can't read it.
You know what I will say is this combat test I didn't see. Like I didn't see this little character when I was walking around in Senryu, like to judge the competition. So this must be maybe something that Emerald slid his way. As he was writing the article. But so there's an actual like polygonal character here. You can play the video. You're playing the video, right? Okay.
I'm playing the video, the original test one from the first competition.
Yeah, when
So-
Senryu started out, it was supposed to be like this space kind of thing, you know?
Mhm.
You're in like a spaceship and you got these like floating orbs and you've kind of got like a Mach X kind of thing going on with you. You got your first person sword, right? That's what
Yeah, that's
Mach
what we're
X
looking at
is.
here.
It's kind of like an FPS with a sword. And you've got some other little tool in your left hand that's kind of like a zapper or something like that.
It's like a phaser.
Yeah, and then like Emerald, talking to Emerald over the years, like you know, he's really into like Kingsfield and stuff, and he's into like the, you know, anime stuff like Free Ren and stuff like that. So I think that he did kind of end up wanting to go with a more like traditional kind of like you know, magic
fantasy
use, like fantasy, you know, how do you describe
Like a
that?
medieval.
I would just say medieval. I would just say
there
medieval
you go.
fantasy game. Yeah.
Medieval fantasy.
Medieval fantasy, yeah, it's kind of what it changed into.
Which video for that too.
Yeah, and I mean, this is really cool because Nick kind of goes into like the core concept.
Scroll it up a little more, Pat.
Think of Elder Scrolls
way.
if it adapted the old BioWare hub world design. Emerald Nova said, when you get to a planet, there is a hub area. Oh, so I guess it does still have like a planetary thing going on anyway. Sort of safe zone. You talk to people, you get your motivations to do certain things. You travel on foot from the hub to a dungeon or what have you. And we get into the TES inspired elaborate dungeon. The Elder Scrolls elaborate dungeon delve in first person.
Pat, show that second video. It was like behind the couch when you first started playing it.
Well, this one.
Yeah.
The demo, what was the new one? Yeah.
Yeah. So this was the contest entry this year to Sega Extreme.
And the idea has always been really.
And congrats to Wiener Bob for
ambitious.
doing the music on this.
Yes.
Congrats. I wish we could play it here, but I guess this is the one that didn't have the music in it. The build that didn't have it, because there's a build that didn't have the music, and the new one that Emerald submitted had the music in it.
Mm-hmm.
Wiener Bob said, "No, for real. Working on the music for this was fun. I'm glad Emerald gave me the opportunity."
I kind of want to read this last part if I read anything. Paving a new path for Saturn homebrew. For many years, Joe Engine was considered to be the gold standard starting point for aspiring Saturn homebrew developers. It is what Seven Shades, the creator of Cube Cat, recommended to newcomers in a past interview, the one that we did at PRGE. Saturn Ring Library appears to be poised to surpass Joe Engine in many ways. Regardless, Dr. Emerald Nova still recommends newcomers begin their journey with Joe. And let's see, starting with Joe for now, I think is still correct. C is simpler than C++. And a lot of baby devs come in knowing basically no programming. He explained. So Saturn Ring Library isn't battle tested yet, though Senryu is making progress on discovering issues. The only reason I made it on that credits list is because of weekly complaints to the Saturn Ring Library group chat about stuff not working. On a more advanced level, Nova said he believes the only things Joe Engine has over Saturn Ring Library is its use of voxels, which it got like support for last May, like a year ago, and better support for its map file. For the voxels, it's so intensive and limited that I think no one would really use it for a game. The map file, we currently can use the old Sega tools to generate a VDP2 map. With it being about 5 years in the making, I have started over since the beginning. Senryu may need to take more time to bake before it takes its final form. With some of the great minds in the Saturn homebrew tool and development behind this project, its outlook seems promising. As of this writing, we are in for a Saturn adventure inspired by old world BioWare and Tamriel, carving the way for potential expansion of the already robust homebrew scene. And I mean, Emerald's always had like a lot of ideas and ambition for this project. It really is going to come down to the execution. And I mean, the way that he talks about this project, it sounds like he needs like a full team of people.
Yeah, this is like a
he
magnum
does have
opus.
several people helping.
He does, yeah.
You sent me the hotel room about the story that he has like pages and pages of lore. I'm like, hey, bro, do you maybe just write a book Like joking because he said
maybe
he's like
just
had
write
all
a
these
book.
ideas and he didn't know if he was gonna play. Like you should put into a book.
Or
Yeah.
you could make you could probably much easier make a game for PC. Choosing to do it on Saturn is like
Old.
but it's that cart and horse thing too. Like what comes first, right? I mean, it's good that you have like all these ideas and that at least you have all that stuff. But then of course you got to make it happen, right? And on the Saturn, man, that is ambitious for sure. But I mean, I'm glad that he's trying. I just one thing that he said was difficult is like getting people to work on it and then stick around. Because with a project like this, it's like you're not going to see the light at the end of the tunnel necessarily, like for a while. So it's like people got to stay dedicated and just keep working on it. And so sometimes it's a revolving door of people he has helping him. But yeah, so I mean, at least that's what he was describing at like PRGE over the years. He's had people kind of walk in and out. But yeah, so I mean, I think it's awesome. I think Saturn Ring Library is awesome, and hopefully we'll see people test it out over the next year, and push the limits of what Saturn Ring Library can do. We'll see a bunch of new stuff. But yeah, Joe Engine, I think that's what Tales of Saturn used, right? So for his, and I mean, I think that's still a great way for newbies to get in, because that kind of gets you accustomed with just making a game for Saturn. And you also kind of learn what the limitations are of Saturn and what things are kind of a pain in the ass. And then and that's like how folks like Seven Shades have come to the point where they're like, okay, I need to write my own tool for such and such, but yeah, Joe Engine was always a great place to start, so I still think it is. Last but not least, we've got one of my favorite games on the Dream.
Story.
Late-breaking story.
This one was crazy. This was
either
this
one
morning.
of you guys who wants it. Rasputin did this right up too, so thanks, Greg. Go for it.
So basically, 2025 continues the renaissance of Dreamcast stuff coming online and new things with the imminent release of revival arena shooter Outtrigger. That servers were originally shut down in September 2003, but as of today, they have been restored and you're able to play it online right now. And you're thinking, oh, do I have to patch something? What do I have to do? No, you can go on your shelf, get a disc, put it into the Dreamcast, get your broadband modem, and you could play this right now.
Nice.
EBA Master Race.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, after you set up your broadband adapter, you can get it done now. But you can also do the same thing for your PC, the PC DC or the Dreamcast Pi thing. You can also do it the same way if you want to do it the cheap way. I'm just joking. Honestly, I am considering getting that just because it's more compatible with everything. But yeah, you can play this right now. Like you can just go and play it. Like go get your disc, connect to it, get your settings all in there, and you could play you can play it right now.
Yeah,
which
to be fair, I think that it works perfectly fine with the Dream Pi, but you do have a bit of a advantage with the broadband adapter, and I think in this game it's gonna really help you because this game's like frantic and fast. So being able to like swivel and shoot,
pay to win.
Yeah, having the broadband adapter is kind of like pay to win with this game.
Jeez.
Not as much so with like Phantasy Star Online, but with Outtrigger, it's like every frame counts. So
I'm guessing what they did to get this working though is that essentially they found whatever the server was to connect to it and bought the domain of it, and probably just have it once you hit that domain, it just redirects it to the server for the new one. If I had to guess how that works. That's just a guess though. I haven't looked into if that's how they fixed it. But I'm guessing that's exactly what they did. Apparently, they had it in the archive and he almost got there but stalled. And he started working with Flying Head, who was able to crack the code and see the server revival through its completion. Basically, it's a combination of a bunch of people and a bunch of work over the years. And then, was it last week or the week before? The Arrow Dancing titles are also online that we also covered a couple weeks ago as well. So, yeah, this is
Dreamcast
is coming back online.
Yeah, it's coming online. Like we got both.
Click
now.
On. You see right above the cover shot, scroll down to like the game cover shot.
Yeah.
And right above there, it says more than a dozen other games. Can you click on that link? Check this out. There's a server report. Look at all these servers that are online. Like
Nice.
NFL 2K, NCAA 2K2, World Series Baseball 2K2.
Booga Booga,
Oh my God,
Manifold.
Floygan Brothers.
Starlancer.
Yeah, Ooga
Cool.
Booga, Monaco, Pod is online, Starlancer. Oh my God,
Rocket.
Bowling, Tetris, DD Planet, Pool. You can play Pool online. Alien Front online.
Daytona USA.
4x4 Evo, Dream Arena. Dang. Yeah, Choo Choo Rocket. Well, wait, Choo Choo Rocket and DD Planet. Those are related, right?
Yeah, it's a sequel to Choo Choo Rocket.
It's the sequel. Okay,
It's
yeah.
the one that was unreleased.
Right. Oh, what I don't see on here is Propeller Arena. That would be amazing online. I don't know if it ever was though. It was never released, but I thought it was supposed to. Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I was surprised not to see it here. But anyway, aero dancing, golf. There's golf. Yeah, so I mean that's insane. That's awesome. I wish we could have something like that for Saturn, but we don't really use servers, right? You know, like we just connect to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to get the nifty
Right.
thing back on.
Let's buy the nifty server. No,
To be fair though,
but I mean,
to be fair though, it's also a blessing that they didn't, because we probably wouldn't be able to play each other if that's the case online.
but I mean,
Yeah,
you know how
right.
like we have a list internally on our Discord of how many people are active on Saturn Online, right? But I mean, it's like to an extent you don't really want to dox people, but at the same time, I kind of would like to show folks somewhere on our site like this represents like what the current user base is, without necessarily doxing people. I don't know how to do that, but this is cool. It's just cool seeing this all these greenlit servers that are online. That's just amazing. Dreamcast Live. Shouts to PC Wizard and those guys.
Yeah, you could play it right now.
Nice
Like
job.
I'm gonna be I think it was also in the Naomi, but I think it was a linked systems. You just link the arcade machines together versus an online thing. So
Zed says Pool never went offline. It like just never went offline. That's crazy.
hey, if they want to shoot that pool, so I'm just imagining an old server for like an old server from '99, just like on a was it the Windows NT or some Linux thing, and like a dusty office and like the publisher's office.
No one remembered to turn it off, so it's just still on.
I just watched a video recently. Was this guy, so this younger kid in his like early 20s or was literally just dipping his foot into Final Fantasy 11 for the first time on PC and trying to like get caught up with all the expansions and stuff. And it's not, the towns aren't like bustling like they used to be, but there's still like a really loyal, like dedicated fan base of like the original Final Fantasy 11 online. And it's just crazy. It's still online and they're still making money. Like Sony's not shutting it down because they're still making money on it.
I mean, EverQuest is still online too.
I think they said that they're making more money on 11 than they are on 15.
That's kind of nuts.
How is that possible?
I know, right?
Crazy.
It's because more people, like a lot of people have gone back to 11. Yeah, because just, I don't know, just a lot of things about it are just, oh yeah, Guild Wars. My God. That takes me back. Guild Wars.
My girlfriend plays Guild Wars.
Nice.
It's pretty fun.
She likes it. I played the original one. I remember I did the clan thing and I played that like the original one. I never played the second one, but I played the first one.
But yeah, it's crazy that these games, like some of these games, just never go offline.
Well, should we thank our Patreon subscribers?
Absolutely.
And then we can play
$10
some
and up
Outtrigger.
tier.
$10 and up tier Patreon supporters. We've got A Murder of Crows. We got Cerulean. We got Chris Piper, Daniel Fredrickson, Derek Pascarella. Thanks, Derek, for the Phoebe Rhea organizer. We got Emerald Nova. And everything else that he's done, translations and everything.
Right.
We got Emerald Nova, of course. Evo42, Fat Drunk Friend Otaku. Oh, that's weird. His email disappeared. Something like that. So, I don't know. Take a look at this account when you have time. I don't know. It's weird. Like all of them have email addresses associated with them, but a couple have like disappeared. So that's interesting.
That's weird.
Fat Drunk Friend Otaku, Gem Clash or Rank, Johannes Fetz, Mr. Joe Engine, Lion Wing Publishing. We got Memphis, Normal Guy, Nutrageous, Orlando Guy, brother of Normal Guy. No. Paul Bort, one of the OG Shiro fans. Robert Ramsey, Rowan
He was like
Dink,
our third fan.
Sega Steve. Yeah, I think he bought like the first merch ever, like the first sweatshirt or whatever.
That stuff is rare.
Yeah. I know. Stone Man, the Sega guys, of course, and then Young Money Sui.
Thank you, everybody. And thank you to everyone
everybody
who subscribes at any tier.
Absolutely. You get your name in the credits if you subscribe at any tier, and we really appreciate your support. And we appreciate everybody who is a member of our Discord community. Regardless of financial support, just be a member of the Discord community. I'm tired of being a broken record on that, but like it's in the link to the description. So if you're not yet, definitely get into the Discord.
Join us.
If you don't know what Discord is, I don't know what to tell you, but look it up.
It's new IRC, basically.
I mean, if you're a part of the Discord, you pretty much know about stuff before Shiro Show happens. Like, we're all talking about this stuff, and Dan's like, he writes articles and puts up announcements like every time he writes an article, so you kind of know exactly what's gonna be talked about on Shiro Show. It's a good way to stay in the know.
Yeah, have a good Memorial Day weekend for everyone who's American watching.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a nice 3-day weekend.
Gonna have some pool. Gonna make some burgers and some wieners and stuff like that. I'm gonna.
Wait, you're gonna swim in a pool or you're gonna play some pool?
I wish I could play pool. Just swim in a pool.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It still sounds nice.
It's gonna be nice, and especially in the hot Arizona summer where it's 100 and something. It's kind of needed.
Kidding. Yeah.
Wear some sunscreen.
Oh,
yeah,
I
all
definitely
your pools
do.
are heated. All your pools are heated, even though they don't mean to be.
Yeah.
I'm excited though. It's gonna be delicious. Got a lot of food ready for it. Got some burgers on to put on the grill. Got some beans. Got some tiramisu for dessert. Gonna be a delicious day.
You're making me hungry, probably because I'm also smelling salmon burgers cooking right now.
Did you make it, or do you get like the Costco tiramisu?
I get it from this place called AJ's.
Oh, okay.
It's like a bakery.
Like
so
oh, okay. Nice.
It's really good. It's hard to find bakeries in Arizona. Like the only two I know that's actually a bakery is this place called it's called AJ's Fine Foods. It's like a bakery in there. And there's another one, I forgot the name of it, but it's like in this Asian marketplace. It's called, I think it's like French something. French baguette or something, I think is the name of it, but it's really good. They have some delicious cakes as well, so if you guys need some cakes, AJ's and
French baguette.
French baguette is your places to go in Arizona.
Well, enjoy. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Sounds good. I will stick around because we'll be playing some Outtrigger online for the first time ever. First people streaming it, so that'll be great. First people streaming the game online.
International Counterterrorism Special Force.
No
it's gonna be a fun time.
Subtitle.
Yeah.
ICTSF. I don't know.
But yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys in a bit. I'll see you guys later. Remember to play your Sega Saturns.
Yeah. You must
play your Sega Saturns. There it is.
Play Sega Saturn.
Bye, everyone.
Welcome, guys. We are playing some Outtrigger. This is going to be a first. My mic is off. There we go. Welcome, guys. We are playing something that's very unique. We are playing Outtrigger. Not just the game, but we're playing online. This is going to be the first time in many, many years that people are able to play it online. So essentially, for people that don't know, the servers went offline around 2003, I suppose. I think around that time. But thanks to the work of like people online, like PC Wizard 13, we're able to get this back online, and we can actually play this online on the Dreamcast in the year 2025. And that's just what we're going to be doing today. I do not know if there's anybody online, so we might just get nobody online, but we'll see. We might just be an empty lobby, but if we play people, we'll go. If you guys have a Dreamcast and you're watching the stream and not recording, go play it now. We'll go play some Dreamcast, hop on, and we'll frag each other. It doesn't sound good, but we'll do that anyways. Hamsters are trained to get online. Pretty much. Yo, let's log on, guys. Join lobby. Oh, we got some people. 6 players, holy shit. Alright, we'll join a room. So there's a game playing. Wait until it opens up, but yeah. Essentially it's really cool if you just go in the chat, be like, hi, send in messages to people, and type in real time. This is all live. We oh, toasted the most there. I'll create a room then. There we go. Alright, join my room, Toast. And everyone else. Like time limit, we'll do point limit, we'll do 10 just to make time limits. Do like 4 minutes, handicap off. Team battle, we'll do random stages. Okay. Join the room, boys. Let's play some Outtrigger. Got a room set up. Feel free to join it. We'll get some gameplay going on. Which players? Nice. Game setting. I'm good at whatever. I mean 6 players. I'll play as how many other people. There should be. I'm good at whatever. I'm just waiting for people to join. It should be joinable now though. I just made a new room, so if you want to join that one. The other one I think is closed out, so I have to start. Oh, maybe I messed up. Let me leave. I'll try to make it then. Create a room. We'll do 6 players in case. We'll call it SHIRO show. Have to wait for people. Oh. Unfortunately, I don't have a keyboard. I'm just using a controller today, so it'll be not as optimal. Oh, yes, there's no space. I'll do like this. Alrighty, I'm gonna create it. SHIRO show. Game settings. We'll do point limit. We'll do 15 for now. So recap with the random stages. So alrighty. Okay, we have Toast lead. Toast with the most in the chat in the game. If anybody else wants to hop on, I'm gonna give it like a couple minutes. We'll probably hop in, just do some example games for one now. We can controller D1 for controls to off. Get that done. Device setup. D1 for control. I think that's. Did I do that one? Nice. One. I'll try that one. I was doing good on the default ones, but we'll try that one out. Let's see. All right, we'll do a 1v2 for a while we get more people getting in. Patently, let's see how it goes. No guarantees of goodness. Policy. Wait. I have to reorient my controls because I changed it.
Start!
Yeah, there we go. I kind of get used to the other ones too much. I'll forget. Yeah, I got him. Yay. Points. There we go. Now we got sheep for the neighbor. Get it. No neighbor. Okay, now I'm getting the feel of it. Okay. Could be a little bit different. Alright, yeah, it's pretty fun. Okay, no, you're right, Lee. These controls are really good. I was using the default one, but it was okay. But this one, actually, I feel like this one's a little bit more manageable now. There we go. We're getting in the groove now. Oh shit. You need to get health up. That's low as hell. One shot me. What the heck? Oh dang. With the flamethrower. Oh dang. Nice. Get shut. We can get you up. Dang, Lee's got infinity ammo on. I can't get Lee. Die, please. Lee will not die. Oh, there we go, finally. I couldn't get Lee to die. I was like, die, please. Ow. I kinda wish I had more. I have the controllers for this, or the keyboard and mouse. But this actually is pretty workable. Ow. Oh, Lee got me good. Yeah, this limit was set really low on the other one. Ow. Nice. Oh, it's super late. What are you playing? We're playing some Outtrigger. This is a game on the Dreamcast that's actually online now. I'm actually playing with Lee, host with the most in the chat. Good game. Lee. If you want to get in the Discord chat, let me know. We can push chat stuff.
Result.
See if we can get some more people in on the next game. There we go, got Noise Damon. He's back again. Get him talking. Okay, we got some players in the room now. We got 6 people, so that's cool. More people going on. Yeah, shout out. Show's having some more fun connecting. We'll just do another one again while we... This will be fun. I find with more people, it's a lot of fun. You just jump around, shoot people. It's actually really fun. Gonna Zed.
3, 2, 1. Start!
Alright. There we go. I just need to figure out how to still get used to the menus of changing weapons. Need to hang. Get everyone all down here. Oh, I'm dead as hell. I am dead. Nobody is dying. Okay, there we go. You got first blood. You. Thermonography. Wow, that was funny. Nice. Yeah, grenades are OP in this. If you want to get kills, get the grenades. The grenades are broken.
Light ammunition. Light ammunition.
Ow. Oh, I know it's on Dreamfire. I'm using I think they might have instructions on it, but I'm just using the broadband adapter for it. I do like the mechanic where it's like you don't need to get killed essentially. You probably just wait for them to kill each other off to steal your credits. And that's usually a good way to get the extra points. Ouch. I killed myself if I took him out. When in doubt, grenade it out. As I always say. Ow. Just going with a kamikaze grenade. Hopping is my bread and butter, baby. But I really like this. It's like Sega made like a, just like, ouch. Dang. Sega made like a Twitch shooter, which I really like. It does feel Quake-ish, but it has that Sega feel to it, which I think is kind of cool.
Light ammunition.
Yeah, it's very like Quake-like, which I think is cool. Ow, Toast, you bastard. Did you just grenade me, Toast? That's funny.
10 seconds left.
Alrighty, let's use the cheap weapon, guys. This is how we're gonna get the W. Shit.
Light ammunition.
Squeaked out that
Time up.
W, baby.
Your rank is first. Result.
Yeah, the grenade I think is really OP. Can you just like go, when the screw just chomps in it like crazy, and just take L's on it? The grenade's really, really good. Like GG in the chat. Chat. Anyway, else in a second. There's a couple of things. Tiny bit to get another game going on. Yeah, this is really fun. That's actually the first time. Oh, he's there. I think. My bad, Lee. Give me a second. You have to leave the channel, but leave the channel and re-enter it, and you should be able to unmute. Yeah, I think you're top now. What's up, homie? It's hard to see the chat. Yeah, the game holds up pretty well. Yeah, the music's pretty hot. Actually, I do not know, Starlight, if it's just online or not, or it's just a hardware. Or not. I assume it also works on the emulation, because you can do it for usually for the dial-up one too, for like Alien Front Online. So I think it does work. I think it will work on the emulation, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure yet.
3, 2, 1. Start!
Oh, still debugging. Oh, it's still alive. Shotgun.
Alright, I'm alive now.
There you go. How's it going, homie?
Good. Yeah, you can definitely play it multiplayer. Yes.
Oh, you can play it on the online one?
Yeah, I was running 5 Wildcats to see if it was working.
Oh, that's cool.
Right.
Yeah, because it doesn't even give like a modified disc image or anything. It just works on retail. So you can just load up a retail right now and play it, which I think is pretty cool. Oh, I negative one.
It's a neat little trick where no one has to port forward anymore.
Oh, that's really cool. Because I remember I was playing Alien Front Online and it was really easy to get started. I'm like, wow, it seems too easy. So I'm really excited for that though. Yeah, this is really cool. I've never played this game before. Obviously, because I think it's like a multiplayer one anyways, right? I don't know if there's a story to it or not.
There is single player, but it's more of the same.
Really, yeah. Yeah, it's very Quake-esque, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, the controls are tight. If it ain't tight, it ain't right.
Exactly. That's my motto in life. And then, when in doubt, grenade it out.
Right, that's a good one too. The grenades are OP.
The grenades are OP as hell. It's like she's tossing. Yeah, there you go. It's like almost a one-hit kill. I just killed one pretty easy with that. That's why I won the last one. I was like pretty down. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna spam grenade. That's what I'm doing now.
Range, you might be about to know.
Yeah, the range kind of sucks, but everyone's coming at you anyway, so it's gonna help you out though, killing you. Push them up.
Who's our other player? I didn't see.
I played with him earlier today. I don't know who he is either.
-2 points.
He's pretty good though. He was blowing me up during the online game. I was playing earlier today.
BBA Master Race.
Oh, you on BBA too?
Yeah, that was
Nice.
unlikely investment. Or maybe it was wise.
I thought it was pretty
I don't think
wise.
they're getting any cheaper.
I think they said it got a little bit cheap. I don't know. Somebody in the chat said it was. Dang, I was hoping I was gonna kill steal. I lost the credit too, so
Well, we are getting whipped this match.
yeah, no, it was pretty close last time, but now it's like, well, like I said, when in doubt, grenade it out.
Yeah, this level's dark.
Yeah, it's hard to see shit. Oh my god.
There's the wall.
There we go. Oh no, let me get my coin. There we go. Now you can kill me.
Minus 2 points.
Oh damn it, it took my... Oh, it killed me, that's why. I was like, why did I lose points again? I was like, no, Lee, let me get my coin.
10 seconds left.
Right. Hey bro, that other arena is like, if you're on a roll, it's like you're just gonna keep winning. That arena we played at was like, okay.
Yeah, just a circle.
Yeah, we're just like, okay, well if you're on a good streak or you get a good lucky kill, then you pretty much will win and
Time
dominate.
up. Your rank is 3rd.
Yeah, the only thing that really isn't working is the kill
Result.
limit.
Wait, what's
But
not working?
Besides that, the kill limit, so if you set it to 10-point max, it'll just go over until the time limit's reached.
That's weird.
But I think he has changed it to where people cannot join your game if you're currently in one, so I think you have to be open for...
Oh, that kind of sucks. I kind of like it being joinable like that. Like hopping, but it's all good. I'm just glad that people are playing. I was worried I was going to go on here and I had no one to play with.
It's a work in progress. This game just came out. It's a hot product.
Guard!
I know, I'm happy. I was worried. I was dang. So long, I was like, oh, no one's on. But yeah, they were playing earlier today. I was like, okay. I like literally before I played, I was hopping like with him and somebody else. Damn, this game's addictive. Like, I might just play this. Do this for our next tournament, pal.
Minus 2
Damn it, Lee, you
points.
jumped right into me. I lost. Oh, you died too. You jumped like right into me. I was like, you
Team
passed through.
matches. Maybe we can get another.
Maybe a team match, that'd be kind of cool. It'd be you and me versus this dude.
Or 2-on-2-on-2.
I'm down with that. I think there's another one going, but we have to quit out for that. I think they have like 5 people already. Dang, dude, I was busy. I was trying to kill him, and he like, don't kill me.
You know, you're just trying to go positive here.
Yeah, I feel ya. I did like the one thing he just ran into me and just like beat me, and I was like, alright, thanks. Appreciate it, bro.
Let's get the kills up.
Yeah, those things like half health me. Okay, I'm getting kills, I'm not even killing anybody, so I guess that works.
Oh, you got it because I fell in the lava.
Oh, that's why. I was like, why did I get killed? And I lost the
Minus 2
things.
points.
Because you were in my face.
You must have hit me though.
I must have. Oh shit. Well, I just killed still that dude.
Yeah, I think we're all taking some lava death.
I haven't fallen yet. Speak for yourself, guys.
Well,
Because we can't all be Patrick Story. Trust me, I probably jinxed it. And I killed myself again. Oh, God damn. Stop getting my face, boys. There we go. Back to them again. What? Yeah, he said he was. He said he's having some issues with it, though. I can't see if he... texted again. Maybe still debugging it. It might just be having a dream pie issue. I just fell in the lava. Okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. I didn't kill myself. See, just a matter of time. We'll find a way to jump up. Roll it. I like this one gun, like the grenade launcher one, but it just like easy kill yourself 101. Yeah, we gotta keep kicking her.
Well,
Doesn't help we keep
the DDA, if we get a Counter-Strike game going, I'll try to...
Wait, what? There's a Counter-Strike game going?
Well, the dev is working on it.
Dude, I will play Counter-Strike all day on Dreamcast. Oh, you bastard, you spawned in the thing.
Well, the catch is you need broadband.
Oh, sweet. Well, I don't have a problem with that.
10 seconds left.
Saw made from that unreleased Half-Life port.
That's cool. Damn it, no, not me. Well, at least I didn't die negative, so I'll live in solace of that. Just knock him off the fucking edge.
Time up.
Yeah, it does feel like a cool like mixture of that, like Unreal Tournament and Quake,
Result.
which I think's really neat. I love those Twitch shooters like that. So they did a good job. PD in the chat. Wait, I'll give it like another minute. Hop in.
And then jump in and jump out just to see.
Let me know what the other ones are. No, you can join to a more popular server as well.
I mean, we have other rooms with 2 players. I feel like we should consolidate.
Yeah, let me go do that.
But their room isn't a match.
You just want to wait for them to finish up. The thing's that it's 2 of 4 though. I think it unspawns. I think connect, but when I do log in and get filled, oh yeah, you have to set. I think you have to set the DNS stuff. I was getting that too. You might have to redo the DNS settings on that. It's really annoying.
Yeah, do it from your Planet Web.
Cause yeah, you have to do it from the Planet Web or that one XDP thing. I think it was.
Or
Yeah, just-
you could type in the IP, but that's kind of a pain.
Yeah. Also, I just want to let people know that are watching that this is online play of a game on Dreamcast. That this is an emulation, this is actual hardware on an actual Dreamcast console. We were playing online in the year of our
Their
Lord
game
2025. Huh?
Their game open.
Okay. I joined. Are you in? Cool. So, yeah. Give me can you do it from this one, or do you have to like?
Yeah, I think if they change the settings.
I was trying to type in 2v2, but dude, we're all J. I'm sure you can consolidate to the 5 players. I think.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, thanks for the suggestion for the D1. I actually do like this. I was using the default one, which wasn't bad.
It's just you turn with the triggers and that's tough.
Yeah. Damn it, Lee. I was busy here. How dare you? That's it. I'm Ted Kaczynski here. Oh my god, die people, holy shit. Oh great, I killed myself with a nade. Back to 0 I go. I do like the mechanic where you kill the person first place. And it gives you the golden one.
Yeah, three things with this. Choose the second.
Damn it! I couldn't get my coin in time. You killed me, you son of a bitch.
Stealing the booty.
Dude, get your hands off my booty, dude. That's not good. My booty. Get your own. You gotta earn your kill. You can't just
Got the golden booty.
Oh, yeah, take that. I just got your golden booty. Wow. Get away, not my golden booty. Oh, wow, you're intense. Oh, we gotta focus you down, huh? No offense, but we gotta focus you down. Unless I do that, so it sounds good. Well, back to last I go.
Game was glitching on my end.
You're BBA, right?
Yeah, do you see UGO?
Yeah, I think they're both on the browser. Yeah, UGO is glitching like hell. I think he's lagging from the dial-up modem. Yeah, I can't even hit UGO. He just keeps falling down.
It's not just me.
Yeah, no, I think he's just legit lagging from using the. But he's shooting at me. Like, he'll occasionally be shooting at me, so I don't know. I think we're all BBA.
Sync issues, but
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty smooth what it is right now.
yeah, it's gotten more responsive from the start anyway last week.
10 seconds left.
Oh, this was like in beta like a week ago?
I mean, he's let everybody in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is it just that it just went public then?
You know, I think Shamua is a developer.
Oh.
Time
Put
up.
most of these games on.
Your rank is 3rd.
He's working with Flying Head,
Result.
the Flatcast developer. Flying Head is kind of the final piece to the puzzle, and that's why we're seeing all these new games.
Fair enough. Yeah, this might be my last one. I have to go unfortunately, but I just want to showcase this for everybody. And showcase the Outtrigger running. It's still in the works, so it's probably gonna be improved over time. I mean, it's already pretty solid as it is, so we'll see how far it gets. I want to thank you, Lee Most, for joining me for playing some of Outtrigger. So hopefully we can play again sometime, because I really like this game. I might just play it on my own, or play it off stream later too. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks for joining me, man, and thank you guys for watching.
Take it easy.
Thanks, homie. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Oh, dang it. Yeah. Oh, man. That sucks.